The jumps right now. We're inside the Olympia Halle in Munich, Germany. First round of competition. We've got a long year of freestyle motocross, BMX, mountain bike and scooter coming up. Now, why am I getting so damn excited? It's because we're finally starting to get this championship back on the road. The World Tour is back, and this year we've got new riders, new ramps, and some new formats as well. We'll talk a little bit more about that. We'll interview some riders, and actually we're in the middle of a pit party, so let's go to meet them now. Right, so with the freestyle motocross, this is why we generally are here. We've got the best riders in the world about to throw down. We've got former world champions like Maikel Melero, 5-time world champion, all in a row as well. Also have 2-time, oh, I'm bumping into people here, 2-time champion Luc Ackermann. He won last year, won the year before actually as well. She wasn't the year before. It was 2019. There was a small break there with a thing we kind of forget about called COVID. Then when he came back, Luc won the next season. This year he's going for 3 championship tours in a row. Let's see if we can do it. But first up, right, I can see we've got the Czech team behind me. Let's see who we can get in this. Well, actually, you know what? We've got Luc right now. As you can see, he's got all the crew around him. Everybody wants to get an autograph. And I'm going to try grab one quick word with it. Wow, luckily you grabbed that Red Bull at the right time, buddy. All right, we're back in Munich, first round 2024. Let's make this fast. You got a lot of autographs. How are you feeling for the first competition?
Yeah, I'm feeling very good, you know. Haven't been riding a lot over winter, but I'm kind of enjoying, you know, being back here in Munich. And yeah, I'm looking forward to a great night here, sold out, and it's going to be amazing. And I'm just going to pin it, you know.
Just going to pin it. There was actually one thing you just said there that only half the world will understand. You can't really ride during winter over here. During that time, like November, December until now, it's pretty rotten to try and ride. For the rest of the world, they can ride anytime. What does it feel like to lose that valuable training time?
You know, I had some shows over winter, so it was kind of okay. I've been on the bike sometimes, but yeah, you know, like sometimes I'm also enjoying the time off the bike, so you know, it makes me kind of yeah, getting the energy back to ride, and yeah, I'm just gonna push as hard as I can to show these guys how it works, and then it's gonna be fine.
Awesome, man. I'm going to let you get back to all these autographs. Thank you very much. And send it tonight. All right. This is actually the tough part about freestyle motocross. You want to be training all day, every day, being on top of it. And actually, it's kind of cool to hear from Luc that sometimes it's good to have that break as well. Come back with a little bit of power, a little bit of fire in the belly. Now, I'm going to try and squeeze through. We've got one new rider in front of me. He's from Poland. You might know his name on Instagram. It's Zapsa FMX. But I'm going to try and get an interview with him. Sorry, I'm going to squeeze through. Sorry. Mikolej Tempka is his name. He's busy here with autographs. Very first time here at Night of the Jumps. Welcome. How did it feel to do training today?
Wow, it was super good. Like I was super happy to do it. Like dreams comes true. Setup is perfect. We did like a lot of jumps. I did my all tricks. So yeah, I'm super happy.
So you're ready to go right now?
Yeah, for sure. A little bit stressed, but yeah, I will do like full of me.
Good luck, man. I remember my first Night of the Jumps as well, and I was a little bit nervous. So
no one remember. Years ago.
Yeah. Thank you very much. It was a long time ago in Bulgaria. Thank you. Yeah, glad to know that I feel that welcomed here. You know what? While I'm standing here, I've actually got one of my buddies who I used to compete with. Davide Rossi and we used to have to battle to get into like the European Championships in Linz and Graz. Night of the Jumps, I guess 2015, 14, something like that. You're still riding, you're still on the bike, Davide. It's awesome to have you back here. How does it feel?
Yeah, I'm feeling good. Today is a day, and yeah, I will see my run. I good training last 2 weeks, and yeah, the day of the race is every time is different, but
I'm happy come here and we will see.
We will see. I saw you hit one special ramp today in training. A ramp that goes like that. What did it feel like to hit the front flip ramp here?
Yeah, the feeling is good in front flip ramp. I like it. I like the trick. I like the setup, and yeah, I'm really, really, really happy for this trick.
Awesome, man. We'll just have one or two more espressos, and then we will see you.
No espresso, no jump. Sorry.
No espresso, no jump. That is my Italian friend Davide Rossi, one of the nicest guys in freestyle motocross. I'm going to skip the line a little bit. Sorry, guys. Man, this is so cool. We've got the pit party going on. All of the crowd who comes to these events are able to get into the show, meet their heroes, come get autographs. It is awesome to see. One man I'd really love to get his view on this show, 5-time world champion Maikel Melero. You did 5 championships in a row. Nobody else has even got 5, and you did it every year in a row. Now that you're back, you told me you feel young. You're riding all day, every day. Do you think you can take Luc Ackermann this year? Do you think you can beat Luc Ackermann this year?
I will try. Luc is an amazing rider, but I will enjoy. I am enjoy a lot now with my bike and practice a lot in Spain because the sprint is really good for practice. And we come back to night of the jams. I cannot wait to ride, and we'll see what happens. But I go big.
Ooh, anything special? Is there some new trick?
We'll see.
Okay, he likes to keep his cards close to his chest. Good luck tonight, Maikel. It is a long season. We'll see you at every single event. Good luck.
Thank you.
All right, let's see if we can find some mountain bike and BMX riders. And we got Scooter as well. All right. They're sitting over here. They're next to the brand new roll-in. If you want to check that out, turn up there. So we've got a brand new mountain bike roll-in. It's 10 meters high. They've all actually been 10 meters high that we've had here. The difference on this one was it was built by a mountain bike rider, and he's actually competing tonight as well. So we'll get a quick word with him. But the best part about it is the transition into the ground. And what we found is that can make or break the roll-in, the speed those guys need to hit the ramp. I'll see if I can find him. I can't see him right now. Anyway, I'll grab another interview. It doesn't matter. Leon Binckebanck. I find this dude every time. My favorite front flipper on the BMX. Leon, 2024, you're back. You're on for the whole season.
Whole season, that's right.
What have you got?
Something special, but I want to let you know later, so you will see.
Are you going to let us know later by doing it or talking about it?
You will never know until you see it, right?
All right. Now,
Keep it spicy.
keep it spicy. Actually, one thing I did see was, Leon, you were getting around on Colby Gort's motorbike tonight.
Yeah, I will. Sorry. I wish to, yeah. I'm gonna ride. I will.
You want to ride freestyle?
Yeah, for sure. You gotta teach me some.
Okay.
Practice some basics and like so. Leon, let's go. Second gear, bop. Go for it.
Second gear, bop. I think tonight, stick to the BMX.
Really?
Maybe tomorrow, maybe in Bremen. We're in Bremen in 3 months. Second gear, bop, 3 months. See you there.
Full send.
Well, that's what I like to hear, man. All right, we've got another big name. We've got one more big name. Alejandro, I'm just going to get a quick word with Alejandro Bonafe from Spain. Man, you're back at Night of the Jumps. How did it feel today in training on this new setup?
Man, setup is insane, you know, we can go way higher, so that means like bigger tricks and yeah, I'm super stoked to be back, you know, like night is looking good, so yeah, looking forward.
Ready to send it. Awesome, buddy. Good luck tonight. Hopefully we'll see you in the best trick final. All right, I've just found out we're going to have to get this show on the road. It's about to start, 7 o'clock here tonight. We are live on YouTube like we always have been, and for the very first time, Night of the Jumps is live on Twitch. So if you're watching right now, jump into the chat. We would love to hear from you. I'll be getting your chats coming through. We can talk about what's going on throughout the show. And if you've got some questions for some riders, let me know. I might even try and get an interview or two with the guys on the live stream compound right here in Munich, in Germany. Thank you very much, guys. And I'm going to send it now to our new co-host or behind-the-scenes host, Paulina, and see what the guys were doing before the show.
Ja, danke Stevie. Mein Name ist Paulina. Ich bin neu hier bei Night of the Jumps. Ich komme selber aus dem Motocross-Sport und bin super happy, dass ich euch die Freestyle-Welt jetzt ein bisschen näher bringen kann in Form von Vlogs. Ich mache ein bisschen das Social Media und gebe euch ein paar Einblicke in Interviews mit Fahrern, ja, um einfach ein bisschen näher an die Leute und den Sport ranzukommen. Ich freue mich riesig, die Saison geht los und wir können es alle kaum erwarten. Let's go!
Oh, wow. Here we are. Well, hang on. I've still got my dessert. I didn't think I was going to come on so quickly. There you go. That's what happens before the show starts. We're about 6 minutes away from kickoff for the very first round of Night of the Jumps here in 2024. As you heard throughout all of that, we are inside the Olympiahalle in Munich, Germany, the capital of Bavaria. And actually the state that I live in over here in Germany. So it's actually quite cool. It's not too far from home. Just scooted on down. I picked up Colby Gort from the airport on, I think it was Thursday, and gave him a little bit of a historical tour around Munich, which was pretty damn cool. And we dropped into a couple of beer gardens as well, but we kept it pretty on the level. So here we are. We're inside the Olympiahalle. The crowd is starting to roll in. We're a few minutes away from kickoff, and to be honest, after watching the training session that we had today, I caught the first half, a little bit busy in that second half, but I did see some pretty interesting footage coming out of it. As I just said, Colby Gort, first time we've ever seen him at Night of the Jumps, and I caught a new trick out of him, and I think only one other person has done that trick. We'll talk about that a little bit later on in the show, probably when it comes up to his run, actually, which will be in FMX Round 2. John Matthews, good to see you on. Really pumped to see Colby ride tonight. And there it is, the new Twitch chat. So that is awesome to see John already in there. Perfect that I was already talking about Colby, and I got the chat. So this is the very first time we've had Colby here. The training session is not that long, so for him to get used to, well, 6 brand new ramps, or however many he wants to jump. We've got the 9-meter radius. I mean, he's jumped that before. He's done a lot of shows around the world where the Aussie comp ramp, that 9-meter, has been, but he's never jumped an 8-meter. So that was interesting, and he said he actually loved that Euro ramp. We really need some FMX-only events similar to this in the USA again, John Matthews. Well, funnily enough, I've got a couple of special guests joining me tonight. You won't see them there, but we're testing something new. Clint Esposito will be joining with Jose Gaspar as online judges. And so tonight we're going for it. This is a hot test, and it could be a hot mess. I don't care. But the reason I said Clint Esposito, though, he is running his own competition, freestyle motocross competition, over at Cedar Grove Motocross Park next weekend. So hopefully with Clint coming into the picture there and more events starting to come around after COVID, we do start to see a little bit more around the world, and for you guys over there in America where it all started. All right, so it looks like we've got a little bit of a message there. We also have clipping enabled for the stream, so feel free to clip and share your favorite moments from the show on Twitch. So this is something we have never done before on Night of the Jumps. We are streaming live on Twitch. Not exactly where you'd normally find freestyle motocross, but the way that these platforms are going, we decided, you know what? We've got a lot of old people over there on Facebook. We're not too worried about the old people. We want to have some fresh blood. No, I am joking, and please just take it as a joke. No, we wanted to hit Twitch. I'm watching Twitch quite a lot. I am Well, I don't know if I admit too much right now, but I game pretty damn heavily. I play a lot of World of Tanks. I'm on Twitch, so it's actually quite cool that we're bringing Freestyle Motocross to Twitch as well. I'm there, and a lot of other fans around the world are as well. Damn well good morning too. Thank you very much. So I just missed the bottom of that chat, but thank you for the messages already starting to stream through, and that's how tonight will go down. As the messages pop up, I'll try and catch them in the corner of my eye. Maybe I can see myself on stream, lol. And holy tea. Let's see. I don't know, maybe do we have some kind of connection? I'm going to look up towards our technical team at the top of the arena here. Can we like grab people off of Twitch? Maybe we can do that in the future. I don't know. I'm not here for the technical side of things. Very cool. We'll keep the event pulled up on all the platforms to help with the views, but we'll chat here. Thank you very much, John. So, no, I'm not gonna break all the news. John Matthews, who just had that chat there, he is pretty much our historian in freestyle motocross, and it all came about when we started doing a lot more podcasts with the Riders Lounge podcast, with the Two Wheels to Freedom podcast, and meeting John through that. And it turns out this man has kept basically a diary or a ledger of every trick that's ever been done in freestyle motocross. Colby Gort did what I thought was a brand new trick 2 weeks ago. Somebody else had done it once before, but definitely not as good. We'll talk about that as it comes up very soon. We do have one more new rider who has never been here before. Bro, I'm sitting in the publicum on your right. I wave to you. Who am I looking at? Somebody's on my right and they waved. No way. There we go. I guess that's him. Alex 111HHV. Is that you? That is cool. All right. So we've got people watching on Twitch even while they're sitting in front of me right now. That's cool. I hope you get a good picture. I'll kind of try and suck my belly in a little bit. Maybe that works for me. Oh, and my man Troy Mannering is trying to call. There we go. Awesome. So actually one of our Night of the Jumps TV hosts, he is also inside the arena right now. So it's awesome to bring this family together, freestyle motocross. I've worked with Troy in the past, and he's a Canadian dude who just ended up living in Munich, just like this Aussie who's living in Germany as well. So we do have another new rider, new face that we've never seen here at Night of the Jumps before. I hope I don't butcher his name. He is Polish. On Instagram, you will know him by Zapsa_FMX. But his real name is Mikolej Tempka. Now, for the Polish fans out there, I hope I pronounced that correctly. I've been told a few times to really get on top of that. So Mikolej Tempka. He has been pushing quite a lot at his home in Poland. He's got his own compound. He's building all the new big ramps. He's building the next gen. He's got the moon booter and the super kickers. He's working on tricks that the best riders in the world have attempted. Some have landed, some have not. He's one of the younger guns, and I would love to see how he goes tonight. This is actually, for the competition here, the course is roughly like a regular course. There's nothing too crazy in terms of that, but what we would love to see is the variety that the riders bring. So every single event this year, I think we're going to try and mix up the courses a little bit and see what might favor one rider, might not favor somebody else. But Mikolej Tempka, first time here as well as Colby Gort. I'm going to run through the list now as we've got a little bit of extra time. Pepa Aron. He was one of our reserve riders from the Czech Republic last year. Showed a lot of style and a lot of promise. He rides with Filip Podmol and Libor Podmol, former world champion. Guess what? Pepa Aron, he's going to be at pretty much every single event this year. As I said, Mikolej Tempka from Poland. Davide Rossi is back from Italy. I competed against this guy, but he is actually one of the nicest riders in the world. I loved heading on down to his place there in Pratovecchio in Italy, in the beautiful part there. Not too far, actually, from Leo Fini. And we'll see both of those guys coming to Night of the Jumps a little bit later on in the year as well. Matej Cesak from the Czech Republic. Last year, he was our best whip winner over the whole season. I think there was there 4 events or 5 events? 5 rounds. He took 4 out of those 5. Sorry, I'm just seeing John Matthews. I'm jealous that somebody's watching this show on Twitch and inside the arena. So Matej Cesak, he was one of the youngest riders ever to get into freestyle motocross. Lives over there in the Czech Republic, rode a lot with Peter Pilart, he rides with the Podmols, and he's been doing shows since, I don't know, maybe he was 8 years old, 9 years old, maybe younger. I'll have to check that. That's probably something for the historian to jump onto. But now he is really starting to push things along. Marc Pinyol, he is returning, the Spaniard. I can't wait to see what he's got. The inventor of the inside roll, a body varial that nobody else has ever even probably attempted. I definitely haven't seen it landed ever again. Pinyol is the man with that. Let's see if we've got a body varial out of him tonight. I know he's been super busy. He's been on tour every single weekend since the start of the year. I wonder if he's had much time to get home and actually get some training in. Colby Gort from America, as I said, first time here for Colby. We've already spoken about him. I'm going to move on because there's a lot more to talk about later. Filip Podmol, the younger brother of the Podmol brothers, the younger brother of Libor, the world champion, I think 2010. And Filip was coming into this event super hot. Unfortunately, during training, he said everything was feeling really good. He went for the tsunami backflip. As he pulled to get back on, he dislocated his shoulder. So he's not feeling too fresh right now, but he said he's still going to go for it. He's still going to send it. And I think tomorrow he's flying over to America for a couple of months. So he'll probably want to get to America, but he still wants to send it here for Munich. Maikel Melero, our 5-time world champion. He did it all in a row. Year after year, no rider has even won 5 World Tour Championships. Melero did 5 in a row. So he'll be coming back here. He's already said that he's feeling young, well, feeling younger. He's got that fire in his belly. And let's see if he can take down Luc Ackermann, who will be the German here inside the Olympia Halle. And as I've just got through all the riders, I've got somebody standing here. Hang on.
We have some technical problems with the
All right, sorry about that. I'm not sure how much of that conversation you got to see of me leaning over. Talking to my man Frank over here. Frank the Tank, he has been, I think, at almost every single night of the jumps since they began in 2001. Oh, you did get to see it. We're getting some behind the scenes action right now. So Frank did say there is a small technical problem, but hang on. The lights have gone out. Let's check out the show. All right, so that is the start of the show. So we had Kinga and the Psycho Dolls out there. Try not to get too burnt with all that pyro. That's definitely one thing that I really kind of stay away from. Electricity and pyro. Those are the two things that are probably my arch nemesis. I don't need to get burnt or electrocuted anymore. All right, so how will the show go down tonight? We will have the freestyle part one. We've broken the show up into a few different parts. We've got 3 teams, and this year we decided to mix it up just a little bit. There's no countries anymore, so forget about the countries. That's out. That's yesterday's news. We decided to go with the 3 best riders from 2023. And that was Luc Ackermann, Maikel Melero, and Filip Podmol, and they got to choose their team, who they wanted to come out with, and basically Luc, being the winner, he got to choose first. So who was in Luc's team? I mean, it was kind of a good concept, especially for Luc. So in Luc's team, we've got Colby Gort from America and Davide Rossi from Italy. Maikel Melero, he wanted to go with his Spaniard mate, with his colleague, Marc Pinyol, and also Mikolej Tempka. So that's actually kind of interesting because Pinyol and Tempka, they're kind of like these 2 riders who aren't scared to try all new things. Filip Podmol, he decided to go check on all of it. There's Filip Podmol, Matej Cesak, and Pepa Aron. They're all riding, well, from the Czech Republic, so they decided to stay in the same team. And guess what? They won last year. They won the whole tour when it was Czech versus, who was it? The World and Spain. That's what Filip tried to do. He's like, you know what? It worked last year. Why break a winning formula? So in a few minutes, I guess we're running a little bit behind just because of that technical problem we had to start with. But we'll start with freestyle motocross, the first group, and that will be Pepa riding with for Filip's team, Mikolej for Maikel's team, and Davide Rossi in Luc's team. So that'll be the first group. Second group out, Matej Cesak, Marc Pinyol, Colby Gort, and then Filip Podmol, Maikel, and Luc at the end. In the middle of all that, We will have a best whip competition. 6 riders will come out. That'll be broken down to probably the top 3, and we'll see who has the best whip here in Munich. We'll have mountain bike warm-up show, actually. So we've got a whole bunch more. This is probably the most mountain bike riders, BMX and scooter, that we've ever had at Night of the Jumps. So we're going to give them a bit of a warm-up because they've got a qualification coming up a little bit later on. Then it'll be freestyle part 2. Like I said, that'll be where Matej Pinyol and Colby come out for their first time to compete in freestyle motocross. Then we go into synchro. 2 riders side by side and going in a train. But as I'm explaining that, guess what? It's time to intro Filip's team. There we are, Filip Podmol, the first rider out there in the white gear on the Yamaha YZ250 two-smoker. Matej Cesak on the KTM 250 SX, also smoking some 2-stroke fumes. And Pepa Aron riding also on the YZ250. So this is the 2-stroke gang. That's what I love to see. With all the talk of the electric motorbikes coming to the world of motocross, guess what? We've got a whole team of riders out here on 2-strokes. Well, we're going to mix it up. There's 2 4-strokes right there and a 2-banger to fill in. So this is Maikel Melero's little group, and I would not put it past them to go for the win tonight. Maikel Melero, 5-time world champion. He'll be directing the troops around. Marc Pinyol, one of the more innovative riders, always looking for something new, always trying to impress the crowd. So Melero on the KTM 450, Pinyol on the Honda 450, and Mikolej Tempka there riding past me on the Yamaha YZ250 2-stroke. And the man, the myth, the legend, the FMX Terminator, Luc Ackermann here in front of his German crowd. The tone just got a little bit louder here. Luc Ackermann, current champion, riding the KTM 450. Colby Gort from America, rolling around here on the YZ250 on that new model there, and Davide Rossi over there on the Yamaha YZ250 as well. So that's quite an interesting breakdown between the 2s and 4s. I didn't even think I was going to get to that part in this show already. Distilling down the type of bike. Some say it makes a difference, but I don't know. Some say it doesn't. And then you see the electric bike starting to come out now. And the awesome part about all of this is we've got so much variety going on in dirt bikes. I can't wait to see how the future of freestyle motocross gets on. All right, so we've got the mountain bike, BMX and scooter riders about to roll in. This is Maik Bohm, the legend from Berlin. One of the older riders out there, but he's not scared to go big. I think we already missed it, but Leon Binckebanck has already rolled down. He's standing here next to Pinyol, having a bit of a chin wag, seeing if he can get chosen to go into the best trick final. So 3 out of these riders will be in the best trick competition at the end of the night. They will join. Who have we got now? This looks like Alejandro Bonafe from Spain. One of the big boys in mountain bikes right now. He was absolutely shredding this new roll-in and ramps today. The first time we've had them here. This particular setup. Oh, unfortunately, I couldn't see who that was. I think I might need to put my glasses on for that one. I'm sure I'll find out very shortly. Sorry about that. So we've got a healthy mix here of mountain bikes, BMX. Well, it's not that healthy. I mean, there's only one scooter rider, and I can't wait to see him throw down. I think that there was Josef Forissier. Speaking of the scooters, we're about to see the young man from the Czech Republic, Maty Pekarek. His first night of the jumps was last year inside the Olympia Halle with a huge seat grab on that one. Can you call it a seat grab? It's not exactly a seat. That's basically what he did. So Maty Pekarek, first time he ever came to night of the jumps was this time last year, and he blew the crowd away. We could not deny him the chance to come back here this year. Jimi Brandt, the young gun, rolling in on the BMX. So we've got a few guys out here ready to throw down, and I can't wait to see what they do when we get close, because first we've got a warm-up show. This is not it. This is just introductions. We've got a warm-up show coming up fairly soon. Then we'll have the qualifications for the mountain bike, BMX and scooter guys, and then it's best trick. And this is the man who built it all with the bounce front flip. Dan Miller from the Czech Republic. So a huge shout out to Dan for all that work to set the ramps up. He builds the ramps, he rides the ramps, and that is how it should be. The riders doing it for the riders. And I'm not sure if this is maybe the last. It could be the last rider up there. The only female rider tonight. This is Rabea Zahner throwing it down and throwing it down. Riding for Red Bull Spect. So if you need some goggles or glasses, check out Red Bull Spect, who have been a huge supporter of Night of the Jumps the last couple of years, and Rabea Zahner joining the team, and I can't wait to see what she throws down in, well, the warm-up and then the quali. Let's see if she can go through to the final. All right, so now we're going to get the guys out the back and line up the first group of three. So this will be freestyle motocross. This is only a regular run. This is not the joke around like best whip or synchro or best trick. This is what freestyle motocross was. This is how it is going to go. 7 jumps in 90 seconds. Well, 7 jumps are counted. Each rider gets 90 seconds, 7 jumps are counted. They can do more, and if they get an, let's say an ordinary score, maybe they fluff one trick up, that better score can knock off the bad score. I mean, if you do less, well, that's really not going to help your points. So there's 90 seconds, and then there's an extra 35 to do the double up jump, because basically the riders don't even get a chance to take a breath for that 90 seconds. We give them a breath. They've got 35 seconds, and then you go for, maybe it's your biggest trick, or maybe it's your second biggest trick because you're holding your best trick for the best trick competition at the end of the night. Let's see how the guys go with that one. I did see a Colby Gort love heart just popped up on my screen, so looks like there's a lot of love for the American right now, and I am pumped that we've got an American rider back. We've seen Adam Jones many times over the years, and it is awesome to see some young blood in freestyle motocross coming on out. So yeah, the first 3 riders will be Pepa Aron, Mikolej Tempka, and Davide Rossi. It'll be interesting, like I said, how Mikolej handles this very first event. I can tell you from experience, it is pretty damn nerve-wracking. It probably took me 4 events before I finally started to really feel comfortable, even coming into the arena. You can ride at your home, no problems. You can ride at a show, outdoors, where there's no real time constraint. But when you roll in, everybody, all 8,000 people inside this Olympia Halle are looking at you, it is hard to hold your nerves. But before we get to Mikolej, The first rider out from the Czech Republic, riding for his buddy Filip Podmol. This is Pepa Aron. All right, the lights are on. Everything's good to go on the 8-meter radius at 21.5 meters, or basically 70 feet. Huge lazy boy, just laying down, grabbing that rear fender, and just chilling out on the bike. Second jump, taking his time a little bit, super flip, getting a little bit twisted up on that one. I only caught a side angle of that. I'd love to see it from behind. How twisted did he get? All right, flip levers are still up. One hand Indy. We didn't need the levers for that, but I guess the less that you're flipping them up and down, the more time you can spend watching and keeping yourself calm for the next ramp Indy backflip. So I'm gonna go out on a limb here and say maybe Pepa's a little bit more excited to do his flip tricks on that other side. The side closest to me right now, they've all been uprights. The other side, backflips. Nice, there was a pretty good tsunami. Going for the look back, looping the bike out, trying to do a handstand or a Superman up on those handlebars. 19 seconds left, another Indy flip, so the judges may penalize that a little bit, doing the same trick 2 times in his run and on the same ramp. Something tells me he probably was going for something else. With 3 seconds on the clock. Oh, so he might have got a little bit flustered out there when he did the same trick twice. That was his last jump of the 90 seconds. He just got it in time, but that was a dead sailor. All right, 35 seconds. This is the double up. This is worth double the points. What have we got? Nice, got over. Flip was not that nice in the end, but he has bounced out of it somehow, and he is back on his feet. Okay. That is the most important thing to see here tonight, that all of our riders go home safe and sound. This is the most dangerous part of the sport, is when all the pressure is on, you want to throw your biggest trick, and it all goes pear-shaped halfway through. It was a good-looking caught-over backflip as well. I'm not sure what the problem is. Maybe Paulina can get a behind-the-scenes quick video with him throughout this show now. I hope we can get a couple of words from, looks like I'm back, hopefully we can get a couple of words from Pepa. What actually happened? Let's check this out on the slow motion replay. See if we can pick this apart. Have we got another slow-mo? Let's see. Oh, so the big airbag has saved another rider on the very first jump of very first run of 2024. That is exactly why we did a lot of research and development with those guys. That was a huge caught over flip, and he ejected at nearly the worst possible time. He just pin dropped, like he just went straight out of those handlebars, shot towards the bottom of the landing, and was lucky enough to catch just a little bit of transition. This was the super flip throughout the run. A little bit twisted up, not too bad actually. One hand Indy, nice and stretched out. Front wheel riding a little bit high, but not too bad. Indy backflip. And I think we will probably see 2 of those in this run. The tsunami was looking pretty good. He just missed a little bit of that extension. Maybe those flip levers being up might have done it. And that was the Indy backflip. The time that he did it, well, the second time that he did it. And maybe that's where he started to get a little bit flustered. And John Matthews, and that is why the airbag landings are well worth it. Exactly right. 41 points. Let me jot that one down because I'm going to have to keep count out of here. 41 points for Pepa on that first run, including the crash. I have been in this situation, actually. The first time I ever rode a Night of the Jumps, I was the second rider to come out, and it was who was it? It was Mikolej Tempka who crashed in front of me. He was the first rider, and my heart rate went from like 90 to about 4,000. Mikolej Tempka, he is in the same situation right now, but that was a huge cliffhanger for the debutant, the young gun from Poland. That was massive. So if nerves are an issue, I don't think they are. Nice one-hand Indy. Looking very similar, actually, to the one-hand Indy from Pepa. Both riding on that YZ250, coming into the corner, getting a little bit wobbly, but he still managed to get that Ruler Indy out. Ruler Indy or KOD Indy. Didn't really get the bike fully looped, but he definitely got his whole body vertical on top of the bike. Now, was that a no-hand flip? It looks like he decided to pull back on a little bit early, so maybe got a little bit twisted up, or he just wasn't feeling it. He did the right thing. He got back on the bike, brought it in for landing. We don't need to be testing these big airbags anymore tonight. Nice heel clicker. So this is the part of any freestyler's run. You're halfway through, you probably haven't even taken a breath yet, and you have to keep that concentration going all the way through. Superman backflip. I think it was a little bit short, but not too bad. So he's, I don't know if this will count. From the judges, he wasn't on the run-up before it, but anyway, it was a dead sailor backflip. So he just missed his 7th jump. He's got probably 20 more seconds, I guess, to get ready for the double up. Calm those nerves and send his best trick for the night for double the points. Can he make up for that small mistake? Well, it's kind of a big mistake, actually not grabbing that last jump, but actually they've kept the lights turned off. Nobody's turned the lights back on for his double up. So he's waiting for the double up, and somebody kept the lights turned off. All right. Somebody tripped over and forgot to press the button. Is he just going to go while it's dark? He's just going while it's dark. Mikolej Tempka, Indy backflip. There is only a couple of small spotlights over there. He basically was riding with the one roving spotlight. That would have sucked to try do that at your very first competition. All right, I'm going to give him an extra 10 points bonus for jumping in the dark after watching his buddy have a huge crash. Well done. I don't think that could be stated any better than he did a really, really good job to come out and throw that run down despite seeing a friend go down and having the lights turned out for your best trick. That was awesome. Now, the run was not the greatest run. It won't get the biggest amount of points, but it was fairly safe and sound. There was some good, clean extension in all of that, and I think it's a good picture of, well, we've got some new blood. I know he's got far bigger tricks at home, but we don't have those ramps here tonight that he may have been expecting. So this was probably a little bit of a surprise for him. This is that Indy backflip in the dark. The lights were turned off, and he still threw out his double up trick for double points. Check out that cliffhanger, the very first jump of his run. Nice extension. Good to see the uprights getting really good extension. That cliffhanger, the one-hand Indy, some good old school tricks. But it's also good to see the new stuff as well. Next rider up, he's out on the course, Davide Rossi from Italy. I kind of would say one of the younger guys, but he's actually not that young anymore. We were competing together about 8, 9 years ago, and he was the young gun then. He's had a good few years on the bike, and that's what you get with experience. Nice KOD flip. Sending that YZ to the roof. Huge rock solid, perfect extension all the way. So as you can tell, that little bit of extra experience, he's been at Night of the Jumps for probably nearly 10 years. Seat grab, Indy backflip. On and off over the last 10 years. I think the last time we saw Davide here was before COVID. So it has been a long time. It's great to have him back. Huge dead body. Not a huge amount of riders doing the bar tricks these days, but Davide keep going. Whoa! Cliffhanger backflip. Bringing some of the tech stuff along to the ride. How many jumps? We're 5 jumps in. He's got plenty of time on the clock. Caught over flip. And I guess you can feel it at home how much faster Davide is getting around this course right now. Heel clicker to Indy backflip, getting those combos in. He's still got 17 seconds on the clock. Now he has the option. Does he want to get a couple more jumps in? Or does he want to take the time to really chill out, pump the crowd up, and get this best trick going? No, he's got one more trick off of the super kicker. I did not expect that. Was that an Indian backflip? Indian air backflip off the super kicker. Not that many guys hit the super kicker in this day and age for anything less than a double flip. So it's actually quite cool to see Davide getting that course use on his scorecard, and a huge front flip. Landed it absolutely perfectly to finish his double up, double the points. Front flipping out. What a return to Night of the Jumps from Davide Rossi. This Munich crowd is going absolutely ballistic right now. Man, there's people already standing up and getting out of their chairs, and we're only 3 riders in. Oh, this is going to be a big night of competition if the crowd are already that amped up. But with a run like that from Davide Rossi, why wouldn't you get amped up? Let's check out the slow motion replay from Davide. This is the double up, the front flip off that mechanical rocking ramp. And he landed it absolutely perfectly in the middle of that landing there from Big Airbag. That was absolutely greasing it. And this is how he started the run. Nice big KOD backflip. Everything landed perfectly, rock solid, keeping the old school tricks going, reaching back 2 hands into the seat grab and letting go of everything. Seat grab Indy flip, you could tell he was a little bit tentative on that one, but he wasn't on the dead body. Those long locks of his almost got caught up in that back tire as it was spinning around, but the cliffhanger backflip, almost absolute perfect extension on that one. A very tough trick actually to get full extension. Caught over backflip, looking good. Heel clicker to Indy flip, missed the click, but that was the jump that surprised me. The Indian air backflip, Superman Indy, out of the super kicker, sat at about, oh man, my math is not good right now, 14.5 meters in feet. What are we talking about? 45 feet? Something like that. I'm sure somebody else can tell me. 78 points. 78 points there for Davide Rossi. So Mikolej Tempka, 56. 41 to Pepa Aron. That's a good start for Mikolej. A tough start to the season for Pepa, unfortunately. But you know what? It's a long season. He got away from it. He has walked away. Hopefully everything is intact. And we'll see Pepa, hopefully later on tonight. Hopefully he hasn't bent the bike up. He will probably be in the Synchro competition. So Pepa is billed to be in Synchro and in the best trick competition. So hopefully Pepa has got the bike still straight and narrow, and he's feeling good that we see him coming out later on. But right now, this is time for one of my favorite disciplines. This is the best whip competition. We've got 6 riders, and they will go 2 rounds. Filip Podmol, Maikel Melero, Davide Rossi. Oh, Colby Gort had to pull out of that one. He got wheel spin on the run-up. Marc Pinyol, Matej Cesak, the champion from last year, and Colby Gort coming back with that turn down. That could have been disastrous if he decided to keep powering on. He'd already got wheel spin just before the mesh, but he did the right thing. He spun around and he had another crack at it. That would have been a disaster. Marc Pinyol, their huge whip from Matej Cesak. Colby getting that thing turned down. So it's a pretty equal mix here right now of turn down whips and trying to get under it, you know, that seat bounce racer whip style. All right, we're going to whittle down 6 riders. We will have a final of 3. That's actually really tough. I don't think it's an issue to say probably Matej will go through. Marc Pinyol, I think, will go through, but between the other 4, I mean, Colby Gort had a pretty good whip. All right, it looks like Davide Rossi and Maikel Melero exit stage left. So Filip Podmol, Colby Gort, Marc Pinyol and Matej Cesak. 1 rider will be eliminated from this next round because we will have a final of 3. Who will be eliminated? All right. To lead the charge, Filip Podmol. Nice, looking good. Marc Pinyol, huge turn down there. Matej Cesak. That was a little one compared to normal for him. Nice turn down there from Colby. This is going to be tough. Filip going there for a turn up, the first rider to give a turn up a shot on only 70 feet. A whip you would normally see out there in the hills. But to see it on a ramp inside an arena is actually pretty damn awesome. All right, Matej getting under it again. Colby turning it down. There's 1 more jump each. Filip, little kick out for his last jump. Pinyol as well, just floating that one down. Matej looking all the way back, checking out Colby. Getting well past 90 degrees. This is going to be tough. We've got, well, 1 rider will be eliminated right now to make a final. Who's it going to be? So we're waiting for a judge's decision right now. Who do you guys think it will be at home? Who will be eliminated? Throw it in the chat, and we'll talk about that later on. Hopefully I'll see a couple of chat pop-ups as well. Oh, this is a tough one. The judges are taking a long time. This is a tough one. I'm gonna say, there we go. I've just seen a head nod, sorry. I just saw a head nod. It is Filip Podmol. He has been eliminated. John Matthews, you're absolutely right. I was going to call it until I saw the head nod. Marc Pinyol, Matej Cesak, and Colby Gort. This is the final. So the best whip, the Synchro, well, the best whip and the Synchro, they are kind of like the Joker rounds. Bonus points basically come out of this. The winning team will get 100 points, the second team will get 80, and third will get 70 points. So whoever wins the Synchro and whoever wins the best whip gives their team the best chance to win. I mean, mostly what we talk about here at Night of the Jumps is about freestyle motocross. It's about the individual, and that's what we see with those freestyle runs. But in Best Whip and Synchro, we try to add a little bit more spice and get this show on the road with Matej Cesak getting under it. Colby Gort trying to blow up that YZ. I think he just had that absolutely wedged. Trying to get that turn down back. And actually, it's not even his bike. Colby's riding on Filip Podmol's bike. That is how the freestyle family works. Colby flying in from America, and one of his competitors has just given him his entire bike. I think all Colby did was bring flip levers and a helmet. Flip whip, and a flip whip to finish it all off. Well. How do you judge this one? First, second, third. I'm not sure here. I'm thinking, well, Matej Cesak for me is the winner. For second and third, this is going to be tough between Colby and Marc. Man, this is going to be super tough. I don't know. I'm not a judge tonight. That's the best part. I'm not judging. I'm going to leave it up to them. In my mind, Matej threw out the biggest whip on his second jump. No, it must have been his first jump. I think that was probably the biggest whip of that entire session. Second and third, we will find out very shortly. All right, what have the judges got to say about this one? Pinyol looking on. I guess he's really wanting to get a trophy right now. Whoa, hang on. Okay, I don't understand German, but I can see our commentator looking at Colby Gort. Maybe he was just pumping the crowd up. I mean, I do understand a little bit, but I'm sitting here talking to you guys, and I'm trying to figure out who wins, because this is going to be a surprise to me as much as it is to you. So we got our man out there in the middle, Andy Zeiss, hosting the show, doing something I wish I could do, and that's speaking 2 languages. The first time I met him, I thought he was an American. Maybe he is, I don't know, but he's got perfect German to go with it. Well, I did understand that, the absolute style cat of Marc Pinyol. I would agree with that. So who will get the 100 points for their team? And it looks like it's Matej Cesak takes the 100. And I'm sure we'll get a points breakdown very quickly on who was second and third. That's the toughest part of this competition. All right. So best whip. I think it was fairly safe to say after watching that, Matej Cesak had it in the bag. He has been all around the world. He even got to go to X Games last year for the best whip competition. He won 4 out of 5 of the best whips here at Night of the Jumps last year. And he's already started the year strong with a fairly solid best whip win here inside the Olympia Halle. This is round 1. We've got a fair few more competitions coming up. So if you guys right now are watching on the live stream, if you're living anywhere in Germany or anywhere in Europe for that matter, hell, if you're living anywhere in the world, we've got 5 more events just in the German-speaking nations alone before we start heading overseas. So coming up next, we've got Bremen, we've got Cologne, we've got Berlin, we've got Hanover, and down to Zurich in Switzerland. So there's a lot of freestyle motocross coming from Night of the Jumps, and there'll be more later on in the season. It's a long year, actually. We've got events going up until at least November, possibly some going into December as well, so keep your eyes peeled. Check out nightofthejumps.com for the tickets. If you want to grab tickets to come to any of these events, check out nightofthejumps.com. But of course, we're here. This is the live stream. If you're watching it right now, you're either on YouTube and Twitch. If you're watching it a little bit later, well, you might be on Facebook, you might be on Instagram, maybe you're on TikTok. We're everywhere, and that's the most important part. We want to try and take FMX back to as many fans around the world, no matter what platform you are on. All right, the team result. Whoa, this is close. 136. 141 and 148. Okay, well, they made a little bit of a mistake on the FMX 1, 2, and 3. So let me... God damn it. 136, 140 something, and 140 something. I will have to work out the codes, and I'll tell you who that is. I think it's FMX 1 is Filip, FMX 2 is Maikel, and FMX 3 is Luc. Unfortunately, I didn't have enough time. I got a little bit confused right then where the names were. I will grab those points again and tell you exactly who is in the right order. You've probably kept up to date more than I have because, well, I'm trying to keep eyes in the back of my head right now because, well, the next rider up, no, this is not Matej Cesak who should be coming out. It's Filip Podmol. So Filip being the captain, I mean, it's his team. He can do whatever the hell he wants. Maybe he's decided with that dislocated shoulder in training. The Czech rider may have decided he wants to come out, throw his run down, take some ibuprofen and come back for later on in the show. Huge holy grab to start his run. Wow. There are not many tricks that make me so excited, but a holy grab is definitely one of them. Double can backflip, heading towards switchblade status, trying to twist his whole body and hips and get those feet towards the ground. Heel clicker to Indy. Now remember, he is riding with a freshly dislocated shoulder from a tsunami backflip in training only about 6 or 8 hours ago. Throwing out a whip, one of those whips that he threw into that best whip competition. It looks like he is maybe toned it down just a little bit. There's not too many more debilitating injuries than a dislocated shoulder for a freestyle rider, but he still had a damn good crack at throwing out a cliffhanger backflip. Couldn't really lift his arms up. And as I said, that's his reason. He dislocated his shoulder. Well, he still throw it out there. Laying back in the recliner. Hooking the feet in. Laying his body over the back. So that is a different trick to what the lazy boy is. Huge Shaolin backflip. Time on the clock. Yeah, I think that's it. Oh, he's rolling in. I wonder if he managed to roll in just in time for that one to count. That is 2 extra jumps, I think, for his run. And now it's time for the double up. Or was that his double up? Maybe he decided to just squeeze it all in before the pain kicked in. Use the adrenaline while you've got it. Yeah, it looks like he's decided to call that one. So, I mean, you can easily call that last jump for his double up if you like. He already did at least 1 jump extra in his run. I'm not sure if it was 1 or 2. Have to check that one out. Maybe we get enough slow-mo replays and I'll start counting. was Filip Podmol. Thanking this Bavarian crowd for coming on out tonight to support action sports at its finest. All right, I think we've got a slow-mo replay coming up. Here we go. First jump, nice holy grab. I think you can even tell in that slow-mo. One hand did not fly as far as the other, so that would definitely be the shoulder slowing that down, but not that badly. Nice backflip combos already for a dude who's struggling through pain. Throwing the whip out, checking out the crowd as he goes over the finish line tabletop. Cliffhanger backflip. Now that is a big trick to be doing knowing you are hurt. Recliner, the exact same thing. It's almost like he threw caution to the wind and said, you know what, I'm still going to go for it here in Munich with that Shaolin backflip landing absolutely perfectly. And that's kind of like a, I don't know, one-handed double can Indy to the side, swinging back to a seat grab. Nice combo. A little bit caught up on it, but now it's time for Marc Pinyol to roll out. And let's see if he's got anything special tonight here in Munich. Like I said, Pinyol has been probably one of the busiest riders in 2024 so far. He has not, I don't even know if he's even slept on his own pillow at home this year. Pinyol's been on the road every weekend since the start of this season, doing shows all around the world. And it was only that he said, he put his foot down, he's like, I have to go to Night of the Jumps. So he took time out of the tour to come here and throw down. Let's see what he can do. First jump, nice, 9 o'clock, knack, double knack, throwing that bike into a big old whip, Supermaning out to the side. Held it for a long time too, looked pretty damn good and stylish. Bar solid. Different variation from the rock solid that we saw from Davide and the holy grab from Filip. That was doing a seat grab first and then letting go. Whoa! All right, time to throw the front flips into the mix in the middle of his run. Huge front flip on that mechanical rocker. Heel clicker. Ooh, it looked like he was going for a combo. He went for the clicker fast, and then he just slowly came back to the bike. So I think he might have just missed a combo on that one, but the caught over backflip fixed it all up at the end. Man, 5 jumps in already. 33 jumps, 33 seconds, God, sorry. Indy to Indy combo. Sorry, I think that was the 5th jump. I might have just jumped ahead on that one. Ha ha ha, there we go, whoops. KOD or tsunami backflip. I mean, it's a tough job being here, sitting on the floor. I'm sitting right next to the guys. I'm just watching freestyle, I'm not counting. Huge ruler, scorpion style, trying to get his boots to touch his helmet. There's not many guys who have ever done that, but Melero is one of them. And now it's time for that double up. What ramp is he going to hit? Whoa, he's gonna go side saddle. I know what's coming. Do you know what's coming at home? Here we go. California roll, a little bit twisted up, but he managed to pull it and land that body varial as he slid out on the after the run. I mean, he landed it and he just went for a bit of a power slide, pulled the handbrake on a little bit too hard in celebration. But there we go, we've got another backflip out of him. That one's for free. Marc Pinyol. So while he has been on tour all year and not really being at home training in the foam pit or on the airbag, He still managed to come out and throw down a California roll, as we'll see in the slow-mo replay. Little bit whipped out, but he brought that back. There was nothing wrong with that in the end. Negotiating it absolutely perfectly. Huge 9 o'clock to start his run. Perfect run, full of stylish tricks in this one. Bar solid, and you can tell with that kind of scorpion style, he loves to bend his back, try and get his feet as close to his head as possible. Massive front flip, landed it pretty much perfectly. Tiny bit short, but not too bad to get that little double bounce. But I don't think anybody's going to question that one. The heel clicker flip, I think he was going for a combo. The court over looked good. And the indie to indie flip. And actually, I've seen him do that with 3 indies before. I think we saw that last year, actually. Maybe we'll get it at the next round of Night of the Jumps, which will be in Bremen. And that there was a huge scorpion tsunami from Marc Pinyol. Wow, what a run. Now, I don't have an individual points for Pinyol right now. Do we have it? No, we've got the team result. Okay, there we go, 82 points. That was fast. 82 points to Pinyol, only 4 points in front of Davide Rossi. Unfortunately, it was flashed up too fast for me to grab Matej Cesak's score, so I hope very soon I do get that score for Matej Cesak, because I want to follow how the judges are going with this. What is the line in the sand? What are they looking for out of these riders? Is it the variety? Is it the course use? Is it the overall impression? I mean, overall impression is everything. But different judges also look for different things coming from their own previous experience. So it'll be interesting to see. But right now we've got Colby Gort for the very first time here at Night of the Jumps, sliding out on that start again, but it didn't stop him from throwing a Shaolin flip. Looks like somebody's throwing a banana peel right where Colby starts to power on that one particular jump. Nice KOD flip. Again, another rider, very first time here. Probably dealing with a little bit of nerves, but he has done some big events around the world. Exploits, whoa! Cliffhanger to no-hand lander on an airbag. I didn't think that was really possible. A huge cliffhanger backflip. So cliffhanger to no-hand lander upright. Cliffhanger in a backflip, showing what he can do, whether it's upright or normal. Indie flip, throwing down, throwing power into these tricks as well. Plenty of time on the clock. He's got time to just chill if he wants. Oh! What? What? That dead body flip, he held it so wrong. I thought he was landing in that position. And a stripper backflip, that's his 7 jumps. He's got 10 seconds left if he wants it. He might take it just for fun. Nice, ruler indie. Wow. That dead body flip, that could have been something else. All right, now it's time for the double up. The crowd is getting pumped up. Colby's pumped up. And here we go. Whoa! There is that trick that I was talking about before. The no-handed knack backflip. Now, to be honest, I thought he was the first person to ever do that trick. He only landed it about 2 weeks ago. And to go back in history, only one other person has done it. Definitely not that big. But the first person to invent it was Brian Deegan in the early 2000s. And I don't think anybody else even attempted that trick. Why would you? It is so uncomfortable and awkward, I could imagine. This is it. Knack, no hands, fully suicide no hands on that. That was not just half-assing it. So, I don't know. John Matthews, you're watching right now there on Twitch. How many other people, how many other riders have ever done that trick? From my count, from what we've found out this week, it's only Brian Deegan and now Colby Gort. Cliffhanger to no-hand lander. That is a ballsy trick to do on an airbag. Returning with the cliffhanger straight away. Nice Indy backflip, stretching it on out there. Getting as much amplitude in that trick. And this is the dead body. I thought he was fully caught up then, but he managed to get back on and he made it all work with the stripper backflip as well. And this was the extra jump just for laughs and just for a kick. That was the ruler Indy. What a run from Colby Gort. That dead body came, that dead body too late comeback was sick. I cannot agree more with that. 75 points to Colby Gort. All right, Marc Pinyol, 82. Davide Rossi, 78. Colby, 75. Filip, 66. 56 to Mikolej, and Pepa Aron, 41 points. Wow. So right now we've got Davide Rossi in first position. I mean, I had to write him down. Davide Rossi in first at the minute. Sorry. Marc Pinyol first, Davide Rossi second, and Colby Gort sitting in third. John Matthews, I only know of two, and we're talking about that no-handed knack flip. Brian Deegan in the early 2000s, and in 2024, Colby Gort. I love to see new combos. I love to see old things, especially if only one person's ever done it. Then we know it's kind of possible. But if it's that hard that every other rider that came along went, you know what, I don't want to try it, then it means it's actually even harder than what you would imagine. All right, now it's time for a bit of a mountain bike, BMX, and scooter warm-up. So we're going to slow down the FMX for a minute. The first rider there, that was Leon Binckebanck from Berlin. Also from Berlin, Maik Bohm. Sending the old flippy dude. So as I said, this is simply a warm-up. I know we're going to see more out of these guys, don't worry. It's not just single backflips. Looks like from Spain, the next rider up, I'm guessing, is going to be Alejandro Bonafe there. Yeah, it's Alejandro. Here we go on the mountain bike. Nice. 360 and, well, manual out of it. We have got a solid set of riders standing up there on that 10-meter high rolling. This is Lucas Huppert from Switzerland with another 360 himself. I don't think you could ever get that dude upset. He has turned up here with the biggest smile on his face every time we've seen him. All right, so we've got this warm-up going on. We will have a synchro contest coming up with the FMX riders as well. And just a little bit of info for you guys. We will be going into a break, and Paulina has got a background video, or behind-the-scenes video, and some interviews. So there's no need to leave this telecast at all until we are done. That was Maty Pekarek on the scooter. So you don't have very much time if you think you're going to go and grab yourself a drink, grab some snacks, get the popcorn ready. I'll actually be very interested to see what interviews we've got and what these guys got up to behind the scenes. Jimi Brandt there. Well, he was going to tail whip and decided to eject very quickly on that one. I spent most of my day running around, organising things, looking like a chicken with its head cut off. So I'll be very interested as well to see what the guys got up to during training and before the show started. From the Czech Republic, this is Dan Miller. Nice big old front flip. And as you can tell, there is 2 mountain bike ramps there sitting in front of this massive big airbag. One of them is steep, and the other one's even steeper and taller. So the guys definitely had a pretty big surprise today when they got started. This year we've got steeper ramps and a Rabea Zahner there, going for the Superman after the landing. I have landed a few like that myself. Not fun, but you get the job done. All right, Leon Binckebanck, let's get this going. We've done the intros. Now it's time for the front flip from Leon. Now, I don't know about you guys at home, but that's probably one of my favorite tricks I've seen from the big man, but just how he stalls that fronty out, I don't know, man. I could watch him do that all day long. He's been trying it on different machines, different bikes. There could be a surprise or two in the near future from Leon. Let's see what happens. I know he's got some pretty big ambitions. He's not scared to get on BMX, mountain bikes, maybe a scooter, maybe an electric bike, maybe a dirt bike. Let's see. I don't know. Maik Bohm there. Having to do his yoga, I think, before this show started. The old man from Berlin, bringing the experience. Lucas Huppert now. Nice backflip, tail whip. Josef Forissier. Monkey see, monkey do. And Maty Pekarek now, front flip, spinning those bars around on the scooter so many damn times, I can't count it. If you can count it, well done. You've got better eyesight than I do. Or you can count better than I can. Jimi Brandt now on the BMX, going for the heart attack, throwing that one away as well. Definitely getting all of his value out of this big airbag, saving his backside every time. All right, looks like we've got Anna Rabea Zahner now ready to rock and roll. She's Superman, the last one. On the landing, what have we got on this jump? Give him the old front wheel a tap. This is the warm-up. That's what it's there for. So we've got some of the big names out here. We've got Alejandro. Actually, has Alejandro gone back up to the top since we started this? He did one. Oh, no, there he is. There he is. Maybe I missed him on one of the ways down. Alejandro there at the top. Lucas Huppert. But Leon Binckebanck. Hey! The big man throwing it away. But luckily, actually, I'm pretty sure he's either a physio or like a sports massage therapist or something. So if he got a bit of a twinge back on that one, I'm sure he'll hold it together. Now, everybody at home, if you're watching, if you love this live stream right now, like I said, we are on YouTube and we are on Twitch. Jump in the chat section. I can see some of the messages as they come through on my big screen. So keep them coming. What do you think so far of the competition? We've seen 6 out of 9 freestyle riders. We've already had the best whip competition. And now we've got the warm-up for the mountain bikes, the BMXs, and the scooters. Let us know what's getting you pumped up at home. And that was Lucas Huppert there. Getting me pumped up, and I'm sitting here in Munich. Josef Forissier, nice. I'm not sure what you call that in mountain bike terms, but as an FMX rider, I'm going to call it like a backflip air guitar. Kind of like going for a seat grab with a knack-knack, basically. I don't know. Whoa! Oh! Maty Pekarek, the crowd. What is with this scooter? Maty Pekarek has got the crowd eating out of the palm of his hands right now. Even with the crash, they are going ballistic in here. This time, Jimi Brandt, he got his tail whip. But Maty, man, 14,000 tail whips on that one. The crowd went absolutely bananas. Dan Miller, fronty no-hander. Actually, whoa, hang on. Oh, that was the first rider to hit the bigger of the ridiculously steep mountain bike ramps that are sitting in front of me. I don't think you would want to go any damn steeper. And Anna, no-hander, suicide. Planting it down. Rubber side down, that's what we like to see. All right, so that's it for the warm-up. That's just to get these guys a little bit excited. It's been a while since they hit these jumps, and we wanted to give them a few shots at it. Where was he going on that? Was that going for a triple? I mean, it did about 15 360s after it hit the ground. Alejandro Bonafe looking good there. Also, Lucas Huppert. This is the warm-up. If he gets into the final, what's he got? See, now that's what I would call like a backflip air guitar. Actually, that's a trick I don't know if anyone's done in freestyle. Maty Pekarek, he got the crowd going absolutely nuts on that one. He did crash it, but I'm guessing the way that Maty operates, he's a bit of a perfectionist. So I'm guessing he will be bringing that back out because we do have the qualification for the mountain bike riders after the break. Before the break though, right now, as you can see, with the guys going past me, this is the synchro competition. 2 riders per team. About to roll out. Who is in? We've got Matej Cesak and Pepa Aron. Marc Pinyol and Maikel Melero. That's a healthy team. And Colby Gort and Davide Rossi. So 4 out of these 6 riders have already ridden tonight. They're already warmed up. But unfortunately for Matej Cesak and Maikel Melero, they haven't done any tricks yet. So Matej's going to be coming in absolutely cold on this. Pepa, heel click a no-hander, heel click a no-hander. You know what? I'm going to say that's probably a tactical decision from Matej. Like going into a train and like, let's just warm this thing up. I haven't ridden in hours. Dinner was a long time ago. 2 knack flips. Now, if you want to call that synchro, I mean, it was the same trick, but there was about 5 meters difference between them in the air. On the train on the way back, turn down and a big whip. Actually, I love that turn down from Pepa. Taking his hand off, leaning back, looking at Matej, pointing at him. This is the last jump. Heel clicker side by side. That was much, much better for the synchro. All right. So that was their first round. We've got 3 teams right now This will be broken down and one team will be eliminated. Next up, Maikel Melero and Marc Pinyol, two of the most probably experienced riders here at Night of the Jumps in the same team. Two riders with big tricks as well. Let's see what they can do. I feel like, whoa, hang on. That was supposed to be Pepa. But actually that was Filip Podmol. I didn't even realize. I was looking at the name on the sheet. Bar solid, rock solid there from Pinyol and Melero. But as I thought, Pepa took his helmet off and boom, there it is. It's Filip Podmol. Tricked me. I really didn't pay attention to which bike was in the air then. Indy backflip and Indy backflip. Almost side by side and perfectly executed by Melero and Pinyol. They've got the train on the return right now. What have we got? Honda 450, KTM 450, Ruler. Pinyol actually, again, trying to get his feet in that Scorpion, trying to touch his feet or his boots onto his helmet. Oh! Oh! Front flip and a back flip side by side. And I got bamboozled right then. Was that a no-handed from both of them? That was awesome. I did not expect that. That's what I like about freestyle motocross. Let's have a look in the slow-mo replay. This was the first jump in the train, bar solid, rock solid. That was a nice little warm-up because things got heated up pretty quickly. Indies side by side. Hopefully we can get through this quick before the next team roll out. That is the Ruler. Perfectly executed by both. Oh no, we've missed the final of the slow-mos. I wanted to see that front flip and the back flip side by side. If that doesn't get you into the final at least, I will eat my hat. All right, here we go. Davide Rossi, Colby Gort, Ruler flip and a Ruler upright. So it looks like these guys are going with that same kind of idea. Something upright, something regular, or maybe something going in a front flip. Cord over back flip. Different rotations, different variety, different tricks. From the last team, let's see if we can get it this time. Turn down and a turn down. That was on the train on the way back. Now this is their final of the synchros. Will this be enough for them to get, into the final? Oh, Davide took off fast. Cliffhanger backflip and a cliffhanger backflip. Davide just sent it. He's like, you know what? I'm taking the inside line. I got a good rut here. I'm going for it. He got a little bit excited and left Colby in the dust. But both cliffhangers in backflips executed pretty much perfectly. Just a little bit out of time. Let's see if we get those in the slow-mo. This is the Ruler backflip and a Ruler upright. Good to see the evolution of freestyle motocross there in that. There goes Matej Cesak and Filip Podmol. They have been eliminated. All right, turn down and turn down. Looked like Colby got it around a little bit more, and this is that last jump. Cliffhanger flip. Just maybe half a second out on their timing, but you know what? It's freestyle, who cares? As long as we get to see big tricks and getting sent, that's really what matters the most. All right, so as I just said, Filip Podmol, who I thought was Pepa, Filip Podmol and Matej Cesak have been eliminated. And now this is all down to the crowd, who they think should win. Will it be Marc Pinyol and Maikel Melero with a bar solid and a rock solid? The crowd will judge this final. Coming around for the synchro on the backside there. The 2 8-meter radius Euro ramps, Indy flips side by side. Pretty much in synchronicity. On the train coming back. So there are different ramps, like I said. But for the synchro, they decide to take the 2 ramps, hopefully as close to exactly the same as possible. As we know, not every freestyle motocross ramp is built exactly the same. I don't think you could ever do it. Front flip and a back flip again, side by side. Melero doing the hard work on that one, taking the front flip duties. Pinyol's just like, you know what, I'm going to chill on this one. I'm just going to flip it. And you can go front flipping and doing the hard work. If the last round is anything to go by, I think this run that we've just seen by Pinyol and Melero, it's tight. Everything's pretty close together in synchro. The backflip, front flip, I love that, side by side. But Davide Rossi and Colby Gort, they've got their work cut out for them. There we go. No-handed fronty as well from Melero. Side by side on that backflip from Pinyol. Here we go. The final. Rock solid. But was that a rock solid or a bar solid from Colby? Front wheel kept flying high. Brought it into land though, not a problem. You can see the guys there like showing some movements. Oh, I'm gonna do this trick. I'm gonna push it. Oh, looks like Davide Rossi. He's just pinned it out of the corner again. Ruler flips. Pretty much side by side, but Davide Rossi, man. Really excited. Either that or Colby. Need to hurry up, man. Indy flip, Indy flip. On the way back, there's one more jump before we go to the break. And like I said, we've got plenty of behind-the-scenes footage and interviews coming up. This looks a little bit better. Oh, turn downs. That could actually be a little bit dangerous. I'm going to go out on a limb right now and say doing side-by-side turn downs could end in disaster. And they both actually turned in towards each other. So if they kind of like peeled out of the ramp and headed into the middle, that could have been ugly. But that rock solid, and I think it was a bar solid, looked damn good. To start the runoff, ruler flip or KOD flip from both guys. Both running those YZ 252 strokes. So they're basically on the exact same machine. Indy flip, return on the train in the slow-mo. There we go. We didn't get the last one. Now, this is going to be the tough part. The crowd is now the judge. If you were here, if you were watching, I mean, you're watching on Twitch and you're watching on YouTube, who do you guys think will win this competition? I got Davide there giving me the horns up as he goes past. So for you guys at home, who is your winner? I'm going to count everybody's vote after this. I'm going to have a look at this video at the end of the show. You know what? I might throw out a little bit of a shout out later on. So the crowd here inside the Olympia Halle will be asked to cheer the loudest who they think should win. Will it be Marc Pinyol and Maikel Melero? Or will it be Davide Rossi and Colby Gort? This is going to be a tough one. Actually, it wasn't that tough. They've already decided. Maybe Pinyol and Melero just went, you know what, we're walking to the top of this podium. We're going to go for the champagne. I'm guessing, I'm going to grab those points actually. 318 to 2. Team 3, 303 and 1. Damn it, I missed the last number. All right, so basically team 2 that's Michael's team. Michael's team in the lead right now. Luc's team in second and Philip's team running in third. You guys got to see the points at home. I just couldn't catch them fast enough. But we will get them very shortly. Don't worry, we've got plenty more riding coming. We're about to go to the break, actually. We've just finished the Synchro Comp. We're about to go to a break. But while I go, try and freshen up, have a little bit more Red Bull. Actually, I did find some desserts back there before. We do have a couple of behind-the-scenes interviews with Paulina. She managed to grab a few of the riders, and actually a little bit of behind-the-scenes footage as well. So don't go too far. We've got still action coming for the entire break. Then we'll be back for the second half of the show. And what's coming up after the show? We've got more pyro. That's awesome. Psycho Dolls. Doesn't hurt to have the girls in there with the pyro as well. Well, not in the pyro, but I mean, they're swinging it around and trying not to get burnt. And actually, we've got something different. We've got the Freestyle Trampolin Association here. So we've got a small demo there from actually some pretty damn impressive acrobats or trampoline dudes. I don't know what they're called. But we've got some trampoline action just to warm the show back up as we come back from the break. But to get into the real action, it will be the mountain bike qualification. And 3 riders in that qualification will go through to the best trick. At the end of the night, they'll join the freestyle motocross riders. Will it be a mountain bike or a BMX rider? Maybe a scooter rider. Then we'll have the last of the freestyle groups, and then we're going into best trick. All right, I'm going to go have a break. We've got some interviews. Don't go too far. We'll be back in about 20 minutes, 20, 30 minutes. See you guys soon.
Hallo aus dem Fahrerlager, ich stehe hier neben Luc Ackermann. Wir sind hier in München beim Saisonauftakt von Night of the Champs. Wir können es kaum erwarten, dass es losgeht. Luc, wie geht's dir und auf was freust du dich jetzt hier in München?
Ja, ich freue mich vor allem wieder hier zu sein in meiner mehr oder weniger Hauptstadt München und ich fahre unglaublich gern hier. Training lief soweit sehr gut, ich konnte alle meine Tricks gut durchbringen und ja, ich freue mich heute Abend einfach hier wieder an den Start zu gehen. Ich werde alles geben, wie man mich kennt und ja, hoffentlich stehe ich dann wieder da oben auf dem Treppchen. Das wäre natürlich cool, also unterstützt mich, habt viel Spaß und gebt Vollgas.
Sehr cool, ich freue mich ganz arg auf deinen Double Backflip und ja, kann es kaum erwarten.
Bis dann.
now, babe. We could be sitting in my limousine. Feel the vibe, electrify. The light is dancing in your diamond ring. Say no more, it's late now, babe. We could be sitting in my limousine. Feel the vibe, electrify. The light is dancing in your diamond ring. Yeah, come on, dance with me, yeah. Come on, yeah. Electrify. Now, babe, we could be sitting in my limousine. Feel the vibe, electrify. The light is dancing in your diamond ring. Dance. Dancing in your diamond ring. Dancing in your diamond ring. Dancing in your diamond ring. Dancing in your diamond ring.
All right, we are back for the second half of the show. I hope you guys had a nice little break, got to enjoy some of those interviews and a little bit of action behind the scenes. Thank you very much to Paulina for jumping on as our new kind of back behind the scenes. Oh my God, behind the scenes host. Thank you very much. Right, so a little bit of a wrap up from, if you didn't see the first half of the show, you missed some action. Actually, the very first rider who came out, it was Pepa Aron, and he decided to hit the eject button at the absolute worst time on a quarter-over backflip, and he absolutely sent himself lawn darting into the landing as I've got one of the Psycho dolls going beside me. The girls have just put on an awesome show to start it out, and I can see we've got some guests arrive here from the Freestyle Trampolin Association, I think it is, to give the crowd here in Munich a little bit of a different flavour of action sports. They were jumping up and down today. Colby did his best to try and jump on top of them in training, just to kind of frighten the guys. Let's see what they can do in this little warm-up, just to get the kids and the crowd back into it. They're coming back as well from the break. So the opening stanza of this show blew me away. We saw some thrills, we saw some spills, as you would expect at a freestyle motocross competition. But actually there was quite a lot of crashes going on in the roll-in section with the pedal power. There was a lot of BMXs getting bounced around the place. Leon Binckebanck deciding to throw his BMX halfway across the stadium as he cartwheeled off. Maty Pekarek going for about, 400 tail spins on the scooter as well. So the first half, what a way to get the first round of competition underway in 2024 at Night of the Jumps at the World Tour for the World Tour Championship. And coming up in this part of the show, we will have the third and final group of freestyle motocross riders going for their regular run. So during the first half of the show, we actually had three groups of riders, 3 riders in each group. Just to break it up a little bit, we had the best whip in the middle of it, we had some synchro in the middle, and the mountain bikes as well. And so we'll have our final group of 3, and that will be Matej Cesak, Maikel Melero, and Luc Ackermann. Before that happens though, it'll be quali time. For the pedal power guys, they had their warm-up at the start of the show. They'll then have a qualification to see who goes into the final. And basically, as Filip has his own team, Maikel has his own team, and Luc has his own team here in Munich, they will choose one rider to join them. So they will go into the best trick competition, and in the best trick comp there will be 2 rounds of competition. Each team can decide whether one rider does 2 attempts at their best trick, or maybe 2 riders just have their one shot at it. So there will be 2 rounds. It's up to each team how they decide to split their duties, because basically throughout the night with the synchro comp, that's 2 riders out of 3. The whip comp, 2 riders out of 3. Who wants to do all of the work in their team, and who's happy to just kind of, get carried along? Oh, was that on purpose? I thought he blew his knee out. one of the guys there, Bryn, maybe that was Bryn. I thought he blew his knee out, but it turned out he was just going for a backflip down low. So FMX best trick, there will be 2 rounds. And then the pedal power, they will have their 2 shots. 1 rider, 2 shots of their best trick. And again, the best trick is a little bit like, you'd call it a joker round, something like that, where you will be rewarded if both riders in the team stop their biggest, and if it is the biggest trick, in each of their disciplines. But as we've seen in the past, last year, actually, it's not that uncommon for one of like the BMX guys or something to go for something huge and just wash out on landing. So basically, effectively halving their score from what could have been something close to 100 is ending up something like close to 50 points. So that is the potential for negative results in the best trick comp. You've got the combination of the FMX rider and the mountain bike or BMX or scooter rider joining those points together for the team. So it's a tough one. It's kind of make or break the best trick competition at the end of this show. And before we go, we're going to throw everybody in for one big train. All right, I don't know about you guys. I've been sitting here just looking through the freestyle riders and the runs, but actually, do we have some new like potential new scooter riders or something on our hands? Like, just put a scooter in that dude's hands right now and send him down the roll in. Let's see what they can do, because they're not scared to do some flippy old dudes there. Yeah, imagine that on a BMX. It's almost like going back to tramp. Hey, you know what, actually? Does somebody here have a tramp bike? I don't think they do. But yeah, if I knew this was happening, probably would have got the duct tape and some foam out and set a tramp bike up for them to see what they could get done on these tramps before we get into the second half of the show. All right, guys, you're watching on YouTube right now. You're watching on Twitch. Jump into the Pinyol is in the lead. 82 points out of a possible 100. Only 4 points behind Davide Rossi, 78. And only 3 points behind him is Colby Gort. And actually, I was just talking to Fabian Bauerzaks, who was judging here, and he said Colby's run was so good. There was just a couple of small little things where it was just trying to get back on like a little bit late, and so those points could have actually been a little bit higher for Colby at his very first night of the jumps. But man, so far sitting in 3rd position at his first time ever at Night of the Jumps is an incredible feat. In 4th place, Filip Podmol struggling with that dislocated shoulder that he suffered in training earlier on today. Uh-oh. Yeah, when I see somebody do that, you always know something big's about to happen. Keep your eyes on the screen. What, are they going for 4? In 5th position so far, Mikolej Tempka. Otherwise, if you know him on Instagram, it's Zapsa FMX. And in 6th place so far, Pepa Aron, who had that what would have been a horrendous crash with that caught over backflip where he ejected at the worst possible time. Oh no, did we just miss everything on the screen? Oh dear. Well, that's negative points to the camera operator. Sorry, boys. I'm sure somebody got it, but I'm guessing camera number 1 was turned off. I don't know what just happened. Sorry about that. Oh, here we go. One more on his own to wrap it on up. And he's out of there. All right. Thank you very much to the guys from the Freestyle Trampoline Association rolling in here to show us what they can do on the tramp, running up to the top of the big airbags here. And that Munich crowd actually really got into the trampoline. Oh, hang on. Oh, get out. That looked a little bit like Pepa Aron when he crashed on that court over backflip. They look a lot better off for it. All right. Thank you very much to those guys for putting on an awesome show tonight here. Steve, we need a tramp bike demo. Absolutely. All right, we're going to have to organize that. Bremen. The next competition, a Night of the Jumps, 1st of June, will be in Bremen in Germany. Right, I need a BMX frame, duct tape, a little bit of foam. I'm going to send these boys out and see what they can do. Maybe we might have to bring them back. I'd love to see what we can do. So we have got 3 riders left. Matej Cesak, Maikel Melero, and Luc Ackermann. So Marc Pinyol, at the moment, sitting in first. He'll be anxiously watching the next 3 riders. Will he be eliminated from the podium, or will he be able to retain his place? Whoa! All right, this is the qualification now for the pedal power double backflip to start it off with Leon Binckebanck. Maik Bohm rolling in now on the mountain bike. Backflip with a bar spin in the middle. I think you might have to pump it up a little bit, buddy, if we're going to get into the final. Alejandro Bonafe also on the mountain bike. Cash roll. Absolutely stomping it. Lucas Huppert. Whoa, backflip 360? Nice. No, it's double 360. I don't know what that was. All right, Josef Forissier. Nice one-handed heart attack hanging off the back of that mountain bike. Maty Pekarek rolling in on the scooter. The one and only scooter rider for tonight. Backflip. I don't know how many tail whips was in that. I don't know. 6, 7, 8. Hey, how many? How many? So actually Maty Pekarek's driver brought him how many tail whips?
I think it was 5.
5 tail whips. Thank you, man. It's good to have an expert standing beside me because I couldn't count. After 3, I was lost. All right, Dan Miller now rolling in. Nice cash roll. Landing that absolutely perfectly as well. There is 2 ramps at the moment. It looks like the trick ramp seems to be the smaller ramp, funnily enough, on the right-hand side. Single can there from Anna Rabea Zahner, with the only female tonight here in Munich, representing for the girl power. And hopefully we will see more girls here at Night of the Jumps in the future. Oh, Leon Binckebanck on that BMX. He makes every trick look so damn big. He just has so much amplitude. I don't know if he's getting an extra 2-3 meters. What's that? 6 to 9 feet for you American folk over there. And I guess the English as well. Why do you guys still hang around with the imperial system? Come on. It's 2024, jump onto metric. All right, here we go. Alejandro Bonafe from Spain. Double backflip. Whoa! A little bit short, and he got bounced over the bars big time. As they wait for him to scoop up the bike, now it's Lucas Huppert from Switzerland. Double backy, he definitely got the distance. He didn't want to make the same mistake as Alejandro, and he sent it all the way, pretty much down towards the bottom of that landing. Josef Forissier rolling in now. The local from Munich. Nice 360 seat grab Indy. That was cool. Good to see that. I think there's only one rider ever in freestyle motocross to do that trick. Josh Sheehan. It's been a while since we've seen him here. Oh, Maty Pekarek sending it Something tells me we have to see him in the final. All right, Jimi Brandt, the youngster. I think Jimmy actually is only 15 years old. So what a way to do your apprenticeship in getting into the roll-in. His first time, I think, was at Zurich or Mannheim last year at Night of the Jumps and impressed everybody. Oh! Is that a tail whip cash roll? What the hell was that? I don't even know what just happened right then. Standing in front of me, actually, we've got one of the best photographers in the world of action sports. I got the man, Jörg Mitter, who we've seen at many years of Red Bull X-Fighters. We now have this awesome photographer with us tonight. I can't wait to see the footage that he drops and that all of the riders will probably be dropping in the next probably 45 minutes. No, actually maybe 1 hour, 45 minutes. After the riders are finished with the autograph session, they'll be looking for his photos to post all over Insta. So thank you very much to Jörg Mitter for making his appearance here at Night of the Jumps. Leon Binckebanck front flip, tail whip. And he is absolutely pumped with that. I have no idea who the captains will choose to go into this best trick competition. Oh, actually, I can see there's a hell of a... There is a Leon Binckebanck like screaming team behind me. The fan club is going wild. Maik Bohm, Superman backflip, looking good. So it looks like Leon Binckebanck, he's got at least the locals on side. The fan club were going ballistic for him. Now it's time for Alejandro Bonafe. Double backy to front flip bounce. He just missed the landing on the bounce. So double backflip, he came up just that fraction bit short, got the bounce from the big airbag, tried a fronty, and he just didn't get the rotation. He was almost there. So what I thought was a mistake the first time, turns out that's what he was planning. This is Lucas Huppert, double cash roll. Well, no, hang on, that's a twister. Double cash roll, listen to this. Send it. With a twister. Now it's time for Josef Forissier, the local from Munich. Backflip, double tail whip. There's a lot of riders who have made a fairly strong claim to make it into the best trick final. Only 3 will be chosen. Luc, Maikel, and Filip will choose who goes through, or at least a representative for the team. Oh, Maty Pekarek backflip to front flip on the bounce on the scooter. With such tiny wheels, I didn't think he'd really be able to get that done, but it seems like there's nothing Maty Pekarek can't do on a scooter. Whoa, Jimi Brandt, the youngster. The first time we saw him, he went the safe route. He was like, I just want to land everything and have a good show and get through it. Tonight is the second time he's back at Night of the Jumps, and he just wants to send it. Crash or not, he does not care. So on that double tail whip, he threw it away, but this is Dan Miller on the big ramp with the twister. One of maybe only 2 riders hitting that steeper ramp. It's so steep and far away from the landing. He almost can't actually make it to the landing. It's almost too big. So next time, maybe he's going to have to make the roll in 2 or 3 meters taller. Get a little bit more speed. Let's see how high and how big these guys can go. All right, so it looks like everybody's lined up here. Is this the time to work out who gets chosen? Yeah, it looks like we're going to find out who goes into the best trick. Now let's look at the slow-mo replay. Leon Binckebanck. Man, like I said, this dude makes everything look so damn big. I love his style. I love how he just hangs everything out to dry. And as we've got the slow-mo going on behind me, I do have an update on the points so far after the first half of the session. So where it said on the, unfortunately on the screen, it just didn't have the right graphic. Where it was saying FMX2, that means the second team, that's Filip's team. Sorry, Michael's team, they are leading 318 points over Luc with 303 and Filip's team at 277. So this is actually still super close. Now I didn't realize that they were actually doing the choice right there. God damn it, I missed it. I was sitting here reading our points and they just chose who's going through. All right, we'll work that out very quickly once we start the best trick competition. Who the guys chose to go through to the best trick. That was the quali. And unfortunately for you guys, I did have to do my maths, do a little bit of counting and adding points up. So like I said, Maikel Melero, him and his team, they're sitting at 318 right now. They're in the lead. Luc in second with 303 with his team, and Filip's team 277. So the Techie Czechs, unfortunately, they've got a fair few points they've got to make up. About 40 points they have to make up. And this man right here, this may be the man who has to get the job done. Matej Cesak. This is the final group in the freestyle motocross competition. We've spread out each of the freestyle runs throughout the night. So now we're back to the regular freestyle motocross run with Matej Cesak, the man who has already won the best whip competition. Can he get enough points in this freestyle run to try and bring his team back towards the top with a no-hander backflip, checking out the crowd, pointing out afterwards on the way down on the first jump. Second jump of the night for Matej Cesak, or for his run, sorry. Keeping those flip levers up. It looks like it's a yellow Suzuki, but that is a KTM with a nice big whipped out Indy. Love the style on that one. Running those fluoroplastics on the KTM 252 stroke. 1 minute left on the clock. Heel click a Superman flip. That is the combo. Each rider has 90 seconds. 7 jumps in each run is counted. Anything over the points, well, the jumps aren't counted, but if it's a higher scoring trick like that lazy boy flip could have been, that will knock out any of the lower scoring points throughout his run. 30 seconds on the clock. He's taken a second or two to just compose himself, maybe get the flip levers up, change the steering stabilizer, Indy backflip on the 8 meter radius, 21.5 meter long ramp, about 70 foot for my Imperial friends. Huge ruler, just turning it up. You can see how he curled himself into a ball first, looping the bike out and then throwing his body as high up as he can. Now it's time for the double up. This is the time where he has about 30 seconds to compose himself, take a breath, get yourself in the right gear. I saw him just click into second gear right now and throw out his best trick. What will it be? What heart attack backflip. Landing it absolutely perfectly, riding away. And even at the back, at the start of the tunnel, I can see all of the other riders out here watching right now. Filip, Pinyol, Colby standing there cheering Matej on. What a run. So his team, I mean, for the team side of things, they've got 40 points to catch up. For Matej Cesak, individually, he needs to get more than 82 points to be in front of Marc Pinyol. Can he do that with this heart attack backflip executed perfectly on the double up, worth double the points, reaching back for the seat grab. Huge extension. Doing the trick that Kerry Hart invented in a backflip, ridiculous, no hand backflip, and then pointing out to the crowd on the way down. KOD flip. A little bit of a kick out towards the end of that to make a bit of an exclamation point, but it was this nice whipped out Indy that I absolutely love. Heel clicker to super flip, tapping the ankles on both, on the clicker and the super flip. Nice lazy boy flip, letting the bike rotate around his body. One of the tougher backflip combos. Huge ruler, looking all the way back on that one. What a run from Matej Cesak. And as Matej's points come through, our next rider's come out. It's Maikel Melero from Spain, the 5-time world champion. No other rider in the history of Night of the Jumps has ever won 5 world championship titles. And certainly nobody would have ever thought he'd do it year after year after year. Every title in a row. And he was finally beaten in 2019 by none other than Luc Ackermann. So they have been battling hard, and last year Luc took the win, so Luc's got 2, Maikel's got 5. Let's see what we can get. Oh, California roll to start his run. Now, if that is not a shot across the bow of the local German, I don't know what is. One hand Indy rock solid from Melero. So we've got the varial. We've got an upright trick. What do you reckon? Will we get a backflip out of this? Yeah, backflip seat grab Indy. So I think Melero is probably going to go with the idea of as much variety in his run to impress the judges. Cliffhanger backflip. Whoa, hang on. Have we seen a cliffhanger backflip from Melero in the past? Or was that the first one he's done in competition here? I'm not sure. Caught over backflip. Got a little bit caught up on that one, but not too bad. Rolling around, keeping those flip levers up. Huge tsunami flip. With the man from Siles. Not too far from Valencia in Spain. Nice ruler. He has cut his teeth at Night of the Jumps for over 10 years. Red Bull X-Fighters. He is one of the most experienced riders with some of the most variety in a freestyle run I've ever seen. Huge Indy upright. That was an extra trick. He just did that one for fun. And now it's time for the double up. We've already seen the California roll. What are we going to get for the last jump? All right, he's going for a new ramp. Here we go. front flip, no-hander, and he held that no-hander for a very long time. If that is not a sign of somebody who's being confident on a ramp, I don't know what is. Thank you very much, Melero, for putting on such a performance here in Munich. That's going to make it tough for Luc Ackermann to win, to beat him. I know Luc has a double backflip, but one trick is not the be-all and end-all of freestyle motocross. In slow motion, this is the no-handed front flip. He held that no-hander so long. Check that out. 1 Mississippi, 2 Mississippi. Tiny bit short, but I'm not going to complain about it. California roll. This was the first jump, and he claimed it all the way through it. Just a little bit of a tip of his hat as he came through that California roll. Body varial, one end, Indy to rock solid. Seat grab, Indy backflip. You just couldn't see it on that slow-mo, but that was reaching back to the grab. Cliffhanger backflip. Riding on the KTM 450, caught over backflip. And throwing the tsunami, looking all the way through. Stretching those shoulders as much as he possibly can. Doing it again on the upright. And this one was for fun. That was the Indy. And that is 90 points for Maikel Melero. Whoa. All right, 90 points for Melero. Where's Matej Cesak? 76. Oh, 76 points. I didn't realize. So Matej 1 point in front of Colby Gort. And I would have to do a breakdown later on, not just as I watch it, but I would say Colby had bigger tricks, but maybe it was the style and execution and overall impression from Matej that got that one single point. All right, now it's time for Luc Ackermann, the local, the German, the two-time champion on his home turf. The only German in this competition. He has got a little bit of an unfair advantage here in Munich. You know the crowd will go ballistic for one of their own. You also know he is going to go bigger because he's on home turf. He doesn't want to get beaten here inside the Olympia Halle in the Bavarian capital of Munich. So right now I'm going to call it and say this is Luc Ackermann's competition to probably lose. We know he has the tricks, but he has to land all of them. Here we go on the 9 meter, 75-foot, huge holy grab. Good choice of trick off of the longer, the bigger ramp to get that little bit extra time on the holy grab. Huge 360! One of the biggest 360s ever done. Luc Ackermann. Heel clicker, 2 KOD backflip. That is not a small backflip combo. That was extension plus. Sounds like a streaming platform if you ask me. Front flip. Oh dear. This is going to be tough for Melero to keep the top of the podium where he stands right now at 90 points. If Luc holds this together with a massive ruler flip, nobody has done it bigger than that all night. Oh, here we go. The beast is back. Seat grab, Indy backflip. That's almost the tamest trick in his run. How crazy is that? Rolling around on the 70-footer, cliffhanger. Whoa. I thought he was going to go for a no-hander lander after we saw Colby do that a little bit earlier on. He's got plenty of time. One extra trick. Double can Indy. That one I think was just for fun. Out of all of those tricks, that was one extra jump. So the actual points from that trick won't count. But the overall impression does. That's one of the tricky parts of the judging, because everything that gets done inside this arena is counted. Ooh. But here we go. Now it's time for the double up. Last jump of the night in the freestyle run. It's a double backflip, landed absolutely perfectly by Luc Ackermann, getting the crowd on their feet for the last jump of the freestyle runs. We still have best trick coming. Best trick will be up pretty much as soon as Luc finishes celebrating. We'll be bringing out the riders who will attempt the biggest trick of the night. And let's see who's going to get a new pair of Red Bull Spec goggles getting tossed into the crowd. What a run. From the FMX Terminator, we're going to have a look at the slow-mo replay. This was the double up on the super kicker, 1 and 2, and he held those for a long time. That looked like a guy who was not stressed about doing a double backflip. First jump of the run on 75 foot, getting that little bit of extra airtime here in Europe with the Holy Grab, and that is the 360, stalling it out, checking out everybody behind him, heel clicker to KOD backflip, and the front flip in the middle of the run, going so much higher on that mechanized rocker ramp than regular. Whoa! How much bigger can you throw a ruler flip before you rip the handlebars out of the triple clamps? Nice cliffhanger there for the regular uprights. He doesn't even have that much time to do a regular trick in his run, because there is so much variety in rotations, front flips, back flips. Whoa! How close was that? 92 points to Luc Ackermann. So with only 2 points, the difference, Luc Ackermann tonight has won the individual competition over Maikel Melero with 90, going back to 82 points to Marc Pinyol. So Pinyol, he came out in the second group of the show tonight, the second freestyle group, and he's managed to keep his podium position. So third will be Marc Pinyol, second Maikel Melero, and first Luc Ackermann. So 2 Spaniards on the podium, and one for Luc Ackermann. So much power on Luc's runs every time. Crazy. Whoa, we've got Loic's back. Good to see JJ Hurst there in Twitch on the chat. It's been a while, man. We need to catch up. Can't wait to see you again, and maybe we'll get you to some of these events. Get that camera out. Keep the comments coming. I want to know what you guys think. Winner, winner, chicken dinner. John Matthews. Yeah, that was a chicken dinner run, if ever I've seen one. I'm actually surprised that it was only 2 points difference. I wonder how much the overall impression came down with the double can Indy. I don't even think he needs his double up to win, so I'm guessing. Yeah, but it looks like he did. Melero with the 90 points, 92 to Luc. I think the judges might have been a little bit harsh on the 92. You know what? It's still enough to win. Really, that's all the points are there for. Sometimes you can look a little bit too deep into the points, but realistically, all the points are there for is to find out who wins, who's second, and who's third. That's all they're really there for. It's all arbitrary at the end of the day. It's just who had the best run. And tonight, it was Luc Ackermann in the solo. And guess what? We've still got team stuff coming up. I can see we've got the mountain bike BMX and scooter riders coming out. Oh, Leon Binckebanck. I've just seen Leon Binckebanck going up the roll-in, so he was chosen. The Berliner, the big man on the BMX. He'll be going through into this best trick final. It looks like we've got Colby Gort, Luc Ackermann, Matej Cesak, Maikel Melero sitting out in the middle. Will it be the 4 riders to do the 6 jumps that will be happening? So it looks like I'm going to take a wild stab in the dark here and say Matej is probably going to do 2 jumps for his team. Melero is going to do 2 jumps for his team. And Luc and Colby are going to share the duties. All right, let me turn around and see who have we got here. All right, so standing on top of the roll-in, this is Leon Binckebanck. Triple tail whip to front tuck and roll. Do we count that as like a landing combo? The front tuck and roll? He did it pretty good, I thought. So Leon then, I'm going to guess, was chosen by Filip to join his team. Maybe I'm wrong. Maybe actually this would be on Filip's team. Keep all the checks in line. Maty Pekarek on the scooter. Front flip, something. I don't know what that was.
What was the trick? Front flip, front drive. Front flip, front drive.
Front flip, front bride. Okay, I'm learning new scooter tricks. Terribly sorry to not have the all of the tricks under my belt. I am learning. I've never been into scooters before, but after watching Maty last year come to night of the jumps, I am totally converted that the skill required for him to do what he does is absolutely off the hook. And that was Alejandro Bonafe. So that was their first round in the best trick. Now it's time for FMX. So now we're going to have 1 round mountain bikes, 1 round FMX. Second round mountain bikes, second round FMX. And this is Matej Cesak. It looks like he's going to be taking 2 shots at it. First attempt, C grab, heart attack backflip. I would say the heart attack flip in his run was just that little bit better. You can kind of see he's like just shrugged his head. And he's just taking a little bit of a look over at me. I think he's a little bit disappointed. I think he wanted to go bigger on that one, but he's got 1 more shot. He's got another attempt at a best trick. Will he go for the same trick or will he increase it? Next up, we've got Maikel Melero. One of the most, I don't know, what would the word be? Like, he's got so much variety in his runs, almost unparalleled for the tricks that he can do depending on the ramps that are available to him. But here we go. First jump. First round for Melero. In huge ruler Indy flip. I think that's a warm-up. I'm going to go out there and say it. That's a warm-up best trick for Melero. He just wanted to put some points down. Maybe he's got something big coming on the second shot. So he might have been playing that one a little bit safe. And now it's time. Okay, so it could have been Luc, could have been Colby. Colby up. So Colby only has 1 shot because it looks like Luc will take the second round. Colby, 1 shot at best trick. Will he make it count? He was drafted by Luc to join his team. Let's see what the American's got. The first time we've ever seen him here at Night of the Jumps. He has completely blown everybody away at his first competition in Munich. First time he's ever been to Europe, and here we go. Not mucking around. Cliffhanger backflip too. Ooh. He was looking for a cliffhanger flip to no-hand lander. He just didn't get the no-hand lander, but man, that was a big cliffhanger flip. Maybe he went a bit too big on the cliffhanger, over-rotated just a little bit, and just couldn't. Yeah, I'm just looking at him right now, and he just said he over-rotated, so that way he couldn't get his hands up off the bars. He just had to hold on. If he took his hands off, well, he probably would have been getting ejected over the front of the bike or like some kind of high side. All right, this is the second and final shot for Leon Binckebanck, Maty Pekarek, and Alejandro Bonafe. I think Leon will go first again on the BMX. So we've got one BMX, one scooter, one mountain bike. Nice. Good spread. Like to see it. Here we go on the 10-meter roll in. Whoa! That, well, he ejected pretty much at the start of that. It all must have felt bad from the start. He's walking off. He's either walking off gingerly or he's walking off disappointed that he actually crashed his first jump as well. So the points will not be looking very great for Leon, which actually go towards the overall points. I can see him holding his back actually as he's walking past, but he's still walking. So Leon was riding, but unfortunately he couldn't put it all together tonight. He rode so good tonight throughout the warm-up, throughout the quali, but just couldn't put it together when it counts. Oh! What? Just letting that scooter go, staying still, letting the scooter just fly up, almost skim his nose on the way past, and managed to grab back on and grab it, land it, and roll away. Maty Pekarek. Definitely one of the big names to look for now and into the future. Still only a young guy, but he is dominating right now in the world of scooters. Alejandro Bonafe. Whoa! Oh! Did he just go for a cash roll to front flip bounce? He over-rotated the front flip bounce and nearly got another front flip out of that. That was so close. So he was going for the win. Alejandro was going for that one. He just didn't get the bounce off of the cash roll into the front flip on landing. Oh, that would have been insane. Now this is the last attempt, the last round for freestyle motocross best trick. They had two shots. Matej Cesak deciding to have two bites at the cherry. The first jump was a heart attack flip. Second jump, what have we got? Lazy boy flip, and that was super lazy. That looked nice, held it all the way, nice and smooth. Not a bad way to finish off the night. I imagine Pepa probably would have liked to join him tonight, but unfortunately I think with that crash that he had off that quarter-over backflip, he decided, you know what, I'm not really up for a best trick comp. So Matej Cesak with Filip Podmol and Pepa Aron fighting injury. Well, I hope he's got strong back muscles because he's carrying those guys right now. All right. Next up, I imagine will be Maikel Melero. Will be going for best trick. It'll be his second attempt before we see Luc Ackermann. So it looks like the guys are just having a little bit of a breather here. Could be a small technical problem, I'm not very sure, but you can see Maty Pekarek standing with Matej Cesak. The two Czechs, two young guys with a big future in both of their disciplines. Luc Ackermann there. He has one best trick shot. Colby Gort on the end, standing beside Leon Binckebanck. Unfortunately, Colby didn't get that cliffhanger backflip. 2 no-hand lander. That was the plan. He just overcooked the flip. Just that little bit too much. But after seeing what Colby had tonight, I don't think it's going to be too difficult to see or imagine him coming back to Night of the Jumps again in the future. I love the no-handed knack backflip. That was my favorite for the night. But here we go. Now it's time for Maikel Melero's best trick. No-hand front flip. All right. We saw that from him before. Trying to hold that no-hander just a little bit longer. I don't know if that was enough to go for the win tonight in the best trick comp. It all comes down to Luc Ackermann right now. Here's the last FMX rider and the last rider all together in the best trick comp. All or nothing. Go big or go home. Luc Ackermann. And you know, Luc always goes big. Now, the most interesting part to me will be what ramp he chooses, and I think he's already made his choice. I think that's his choice. He's just ridden up and sat in front of that super kicker. So that to me says we're going to see a double backy of some description. We've already seen a double backflip. There was no combos during his run, and it was massive. He held it easily throughout that rotation, and here we go! Double backflip to finish off the run. Oh, sorry, his best trick for the night. I was wondering if we would see a combo on that one, but I don't think from this angle, I don't think I saw a foot or a hand leave, so deciding to stay safe. Stay safe. This is how crazy Luc Ackermann is. Him being safe is doing a double backflip and just keeping his hands and feet on the bike. That's where we're at. That was a safe best trick. FMX is getting so insane these days, and a no-handed front flip from Melero was kind of staying safe a little bit as well. That is how gnarly these guys are. But every single jump, you never know what's happening on the ramp. Every single show is different. And I would imagine there's a reason, because we've seen Melero come with some front flip combos. I imagine we're going to get a little bit of insight maybe from Paulina later on after this. There will be the vlog coming out on YouTube very soon after this competition. We'll get down to the nuts and bolts of it. And it is a competition. It is a sport where anything can happen. It depends on how the riders are feeling on the day, how did training go, how are they feeling in front of the crowd. Like this cliffhanger backflip, and he over-rotated the tiniest bit. He just couldn't get that no-end lander. Leon Binckebanck spinning and twisting, and then just decided to protect his vital organs there. as he landed on that big airbag. Maty Pekarek sending it on the scooter. But right now, we're about to get everybody all in for one last jump. That was the cash roll, the front flip, and he just couldn't hang on. Alejandro Bonafe. Everyone was pumped on that. Now, this is one last jump for the crowd here in Munich, and for all of you at home watching on YouTube, watching on Twitch for the very first time. We're going to send everybody at the same time with the best freestyle motocross, BMX, mountain bike and scooter riders here at Night of the Jumps in Munich. Here we go, Luc Ackermann, Maikel Melero, Matej Cesak, Davide Rossi, Colby Gort, Marc Pinyol, Mikolej Tempka, Luc again rolling around, lazy boy, whip, C-grab Indy, backflip Indy, Indy, and C-grab Indy. Now it's time for Maty Pekarek, Maik Bohm, Lucas Huppert, Alejandro Bonafe. And as the freestylers return, Pinyol, Mikolej, and guess what? We've got the trampoline guys doing backflips, double backflips, and everything else in between. In the middle of it all, everybody was all in on this one to finish the show. Wait. All right, they're lining up again. Let's go. This is the encore to the encore. Backflip. Superman backflip. Indy backflip. Cliffhanger backflip from Colby. And a cliffhanger from Mikolej. Dan Miller. Josef Forissier. Jimi Brandt. Leon Binckebanck. And Anna Rabea Zahner to finish things off tonight here in Munich, the first round of competition for 2024 at Night of the Jumps. We will have the ceremony coming up very shortly to find out who is the winner. So while the pedal power and the moto power pump the crowd up, we've still got the trampoline guys. Oh, I'm back on too. Sorry about that. I got pumped. I had to jump up off of my seat. So we're about to have the ceremony go down in just a minute or two. We'll find out who is the winner, who won best trick, who won the team as well. And I hope I can kind of figure out who won the individual. Actually, no, we already know. That was easy. You already know that. Luc Ackermann for the win, 92 points. Maikel Melero, 90 points. And Marc Pinyol, third position, 82. So what we are looking to find out now is which team won and who won best trick. That's going to be interesting. I think for me personally, it's going to be Luc Ackermann. Double backflip. It's pretty damn tough to beat that trick, and he knew that he had it in the bag. That's why he threw it. Maikel Melero with the front flip no-hander. It was awesome, but I don't know if that's going to be enough. Awesome show. FMX event season is officially on. JJ Hurst, Loic down there in France. Thank you very much for joining on the Twitch channel, jumping in, joining the chat. Keep the comments coming. I love seeing them. And this was a fantastic night. Finally back. Awesome event, y'all. I have to run, but I enjoyed every minute of it. Thank you so much for the shout outs and the good times. Thank you, Sean Matthews. Not sure where you got to be. What time is it over in America? I mean, it's 10 o'clock here. Probably looking at 5 o'clock Saturday night. Okay, I think I've figured it out. Don't worry, I've worked that out. Thank you very much for tuning in to John and to you, everybody who is watching right now on the live stream, and everybody who watches this afterwards. This will be on YouTube. Might even stay up on Twitch as well. I'll have to find out later. So you can find it if you're on one or the other. Just search Night of the Jumps on Twitch. Search for Night of the Jumps on YouTube. Hell, while you're there, we'll have all the best photos and small clips on Instagram, TikTok, Facebook, everywhere else. Like I said before, we had Jörg Mitter. He was standing just behind me. One of the best photographers in the game in action sports. He was there at almost every single Red Bull X Fighters, and he was here tonight. So you will not want to miss all of the content that each of the riders will be putting out. Follow all of them. We had Pepa Aron, Mikolej Tempka, Davide Rossi, Matej Cesak, Marc Pinyol, Colby Gort, Filip Podmol, Maikel Melero and Luc Ackermann. Follow them all. I missed his run, but awesome to see Colby riding Night of the Jumps. He is killing it. You're absolutely right. But guess what? You can go back and watch it again. It'll be there, up on YouTube. You can watch this as a replay, so fear not. You can watch Colby's run. Yeah, it was impressive. And I have a few things to talk about a little bit later on. So thank you very much to everybody who has tuned in on the live stream. I may even put this audio up straight away. I'm going to run back, see if this is already up, and I might even put the audio straight onto the Riders Lounge podcast. So if you love podcasts, jump on there, and we're going to have a whole lot more interviews with riders. Obviously, you've seen this tonight, so you don't need to listen to the results again. But I'm going to try it out. Let's see how that works. We also tried something a little bit different. If you caught this at the top of the show, we also had Clint Esposito and Jose Gaspar with some virtual judging. So we're trying new things at Night of the Jumps. We also had our judges here at Night of the Jumps in Munich. But we want to try and get a little bit more international flavour. And I think in the future, we'll also have some judging opened up to the fans at home as well. This is the exciting part. Last year we started with the chat inside the live stream, and I had so much fun with it. There's Kinga there with, well, it looks like a machine gun. No, it looks like, oh, no, that's a flamethrower. How many people have a flamethrower inside this building? I'm a bit nervous. 2 psycho dolls with flamethrowers. And Alejandro Bonafe there. So I'm going to take a stab in the dark because I haven't got the results. Hang on just 2 seconds. All right, so for the overall win, well actually for the overall podium, sorry, in 3rd position, Filip Podmol and his gang of Checky Czechs right there. Pepa Aron, who had that first run, massive crash on that Cordova backflip. He's still standing. Matej Cesak and Maty Pekarek in 3rd position. Last year, actually, Team Czech, when we had the nations, Team Czech actually took the win. 2 wins out of the season. No other team could do that. It was 1 apiece everywhere else. But tonight, Filip Podmol, unfortunately, was struggling with that dislocated shoulder he suffered in training. Pepa had a huge crash in his first run. So they were in 3rd. In 2nd place, Luc Ackermann with his rowdy ragtag group there of Davide Rossi, Colby Gort, and Leon Binckebanck, which means Maikel Melero, the 5-time world champion, has chosen the best team tonight to come out here with Marc Pinyol, Mikolej Tempka, otherwise known as Zapsa, FMX, and Alejandro Bonafe. 483 points for the win. 468 down to Luke and 406 to Philip's team. So it was actually a reasonably close competition. Over 483 points to be only, 15 points shy of a win in second position. Luc, Colby, Davide and Leon can't be too disappointed in their efforts. That was a very close competition. Now, unfortunately, there was a tiny bit of a technical error that I couldn't get the wrap up, but I imagine what we saw just before where Maikel Melero came up on stage. That must have been the best trick winner. Maikel Melero, front flip no-hander. And Alejandro Bonafe. So for the best trick in FMX, Maikel Melero. Best trick mountain bike, Alejandro Bonafe. Luc Ackermann. The gloves have gone, the jersey's gone. How much will he take off? No, that looks like he's decided to stop there. Smart move. All right, so we're about to have the ceremony. Maybe we'll have, actually, I guess, I thought there'd be a lot more champagne going on right now. I was kind of waiting for the champagne. Let me just double check. Are we heading on over for an interview? All right, looks like I'm going for an interview, so don't go too far. I'll go over there, grab first, second and third if I possibly can before they run off. We've got an autograph signing about to go down. You can see the boys there, actually. Maybe you guys can't, but I can. Celebrating with the champagne. I'm going to run over, grab some interviews. Don't go anywhere. But I do have to say, before I leave, thank you very much for tuning in. It's been a fantastic start to the season. This is round one. It is a long year of Night of the Jumps. We've got the World Tour. It is back. Make sure to find all the information on nightofthejumps.com. Check out the best footage on Instagram, TikTok, Facebook, YouTube, and Twitch. I mean, you're already here on Facebook, on YouTube and Twitch, but all of the other riders, check out their accounts. They'll be putting up their best images. You know they will. All right, guys, I'm going to go get an interview. Don't go anywhere. Wow, what a start to the first round of the 2024 season at Night of the Jumps. Luc Ackermann, you came out and threw down the FMX Terminator. You won the individual competition tonight, 92 points over Maikel Melero. Super close, but man, to throw those double flips and front flips into one run, how did it feel?
You know, it was great to ride in front of this amazing crowd. It was like more than 10,000 people screaming in here, and I just love to be here at the Night of the Jumps in Munich, and the feeling was amazing. The run was, quite okay. Some little mistakes, but all in all, it was a great run, a great start of the season, and can't be any better.
It is a long season, actually, this year. We'll be going through to November, something like that. So what is the balance of going big every time, but still trying to survive until the end of the year?
You know, when you have a long season, it's always hard to survive the full season. So you kind of need to figure out a way how to get through, you know, not to risk too much. And on the other hand, you want to win and you want to get the title. But all in all, I feel great. I feel in a good shape right now. And just really enjoy riding my bike and just having fun. And I think that's the main thing. If you just enjoy riding, that's the best thing.
Man, that's exactly what I saw tonight. That run of yours just looked nice, smooth, a 360. Looked like you're just chilling out on the 360. So you can see it coming through in your run. You said at the start of the show that you actually had a little bit of a break. Maybe that break was actually good.
Yeah, for sure. Sometimes taking a break gives you like more energy and the feeling you want to ride again so bad. And that's what I exactly had. Like, I was just enjoying, and it felt great, you know, doing a big 360 in front of this amazing crowd. It's just awesome, and sometimes taking a break is not too bad.
Awesome. Thank you very much, Luc. Congratulations again for the first win of the season. We'll see you at the next round in Bremen.
Sure, see you there. Yay!